like tell.
Friends, foes, and fiends, you're listening to Ghoulbusters, A Grave Adventure, the third D&D campaign in a continuity known as the Descendancy series, featuring Angie as Aaliyah, Ashley as Althea, Brandon as Ari, Brian as Avon, Jeff as Joyblade, Rosie as Arabella, and finally Brad, our game master and advocate for fate itself. Hello everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
Say hello to the stream.
Hello, stream.
hello.
Ahoy.
Hi.
Hi, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
Hi
How
Rosie.
are you doing?
So, I may have made a mistake this week.
Oh no, what'd you do?
So, apparently today there are half-price shakes at Sonic. So, my boyfriend and I decided we were gonna go to Sonic and get shakes and food. And I let him order for me, not thinking anything of it. Because I forgot that there's more than one size of shake. I'm sure you can see where this is going.
Is that a
Yep.
really big one?
So now I have a 30-something ounce shake
Oh,
that I've
Well, no
already
need to rub it
consumed.
into the rest of us.
That I've
Right?
already consumed half of.
It's funny. I had ice cream today too.
just keep rubbing it in. Anyone else want to add in like insult to injury at this point?
I also
I
had
have tea with oat milk in it, so no.
I also had mozzarella sticks, and I
Oh
have
my
a
god,
burger
So
sitting on
much
my
fat
desk.
and dairy.
the dairy would have me like out, but seriously, that all
That's
sounds
why-
so good.
That's why I have oat milk. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really hyper because I've had too much sugar.
Sonic has really good mozzarella sticks, though.
They
Like,
really do. They're
surprisingly
nice and
good.
juicy.
Yeah.
So, how was everyone's week?
Pretty good.
Been sick. Uneventful, which is good. Usually good.
Brian, how's the new office?
Pretty good.
Can you feel the power? What?
It's been pretty good. I just got done playing some Guilty Gear Strive, and I'm enjoying having a good space to do so.
Nice.
Yeah,
Rosie, what did you do this week?
Oh, just on Saturday, my kiddo turned 5. So after that big birthday bash, I have been very low key and just sleeping a lot. But I also have not been feeling the best. My MS is acting up a lot this week, so the sleep
Aw.
has been very necessary.
I'm sorry.
At least I'll survive. What about you?
Well, last night I didn't sleep at all. I take that back. I got like an hour and a half of sleep, which is nothing at all.
Not enough.
Yeah. So I came home from work, grumpy as hell, tired, went straight to bed, slept until like 4 o'clock, and I feel better now. So I guess I'm back on a night shift schedule. 'Cause
Well, I'm glad you got some sleep.
yeah, I have a 10-hour shift tomorrow that I'm not looking forward to because I always hate Fridays.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm looking forward to Saturday though, because Saturday I'll be streaming Redem for Violet's Wedding, which is the name of my
Ooh,
character.
okay.
I know.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
That'll be pretty cool. I've never had a character get married, so this is gonna be fun. And then, well, before that, I'll be teaching a course on confidence. So, looking forward to that too.
Who are you teaching to?
I am a dance instructor for the VRC, or the VR Chat Open Dance Studio. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll be teaching my students there a course on confidence, building confidence in dance.
I mean, is there any
Which-
availabilities?
You can totally attend. It's a lecture course this week. I needed a week off because I'd been going hard and teaching a lot of dance class, so I decided this week we'll take it easy and only do one class, and it'll be a lecture class. So if you want to attend, you're more than welcome to join. I'll send you the information.
I'm just like, oh, a class in confidence. I could use that.
Yeah. It's at 2 p.m. EST. So,
I
hi,
got you
Jeff.
now.
Hey, hey.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Jeff.
Oh, so happy to be here.
Here.
Same.
This is
We're all here. Let's start the
Hey, the
10-minute
whole gang.
recap.
Yeah, I
I've
really
Yeah.
thought.
we've all been here since last
3
month.
weeks. The first
Yeah.
time in 3 weeks we've got everybody together.
How
I'm
early did
so
you guys all
happy.
get on chat? I was like, oh, I'm like 4 or 5 minutes early. This
Half
would be great.
hour. A half hour.
I was on at
prior.
like 5 o'clock.
Gee whiz.
They usually go
I
for
get on 15 till.
I gotta work
Mhm.
on my timing.
So Jeff, what did
No,
you think of
don't.
the episode last week?
Man, it was so funny because like it's fun. It's fun for my wife to hear me play. You know what I mean? Rather than like run the game for us, like with our group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so like hearing she was like gets to hear like what a group that's been playing for a while plays like that like is familiar with the rules. And so her whole thing was like, I didn't know you could do that. And I'm like, no, don't take after us.
No, that's
Take after us. Take
Yeah,
after us.
no.
I was
No,
like,
that
don't.
is
This is not meant to teach you a lesson. I'm just like, this is.
this is more of a learning tool for you to know what not to do.
Yeah. This is how you go really far off the rails really quick, you know. And
Yes.
she was like, so we can just, if we kill something, we can just take body parts. I'm like, you can.
Yes, technically you can, but
Like
you shouldn't.
there's nothing here that says not to. But I was like, I don't. Why would any of you do that? Why would you take it? She's like, well, now I know I can, so why wouldn't I? And I'm like, well, that's a fair point, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're killing monsters, you take pieces of the monsters. You can use them to craft gear.
Yeah. So I tried to have that
Never
conversation.
played
and
Monster Hunter?
she's playing. So like my wife loves the ocean, right? So she's playing like a merfolk type person, and I was like, yeah. So if you kill a monster, blah blah blah. She looks at me and she goes, well, if I'm like from the ocean, wouldn't even just normal humans be kind of like that to me? And I'm like, we're getting into a gray area. I don't want to explore.
That's definitely a very
That was
gray area.
dark. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was great though. It was so fun listening to you guys. I was like, yeah, that was fun. And then the next thing I know,
What did you
I'm in a yeah.
What did you think of the part where we said, "Oh, hey, this is where you said there's fuckery put"?
That was cracking me up. It's fun to listen to you guys play as I'm typing in the chat because I, you know, like I don't know how you guys are responding, so that was really funny. And my wife was like, "Is that you?" I was like, "Yeah, Ashley's." I was typing in the chat while they were playing. I said, "When I told you we were sitting at dinner and I looked at you and I was like, you just get that feeling like something's going on, some fuckery's happening, and I can feel it while I'm sitting here eating this sandwich." Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was a great session you
That's
guys
how
had.
I felt in Vegas. I was in the link high riser whenever I had put that. I just knew.
Yeah. So your in-laws are in town right now, Jeff?
They're here. There's a lot of Portuguese going on in the background, so I'll try to not hot mic myself.
All right.
But they are here, and yeah.
My goal for tonight is to get you so amped on the game that you come away from this and just talk gibberish to them because you don't want to talk about anything other than the game.
I had like they were like teasing me because I was like, they were like, "Oh, what's it like when you play?" and blah blah. I was like, just I put on a voice. I just need y'all to know, like, we use voices and stuff, and they were like, "Do it for us, do it right now," and I was like. Oh,
You should have done
man.
Lazarus's voice for him.
I did. They were like, because I was putting up Lazarus's print in the garage, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Tell us about the character," and I was like, "Oh, he talks like this," and they're like what? And I was like this, and then like my sister-in-law was like, "You did that for the whole campaign?" And I was like, yes, I did.
So I want to take a moment. I know we're getting close to time. I want to take a moment and welcome back a longtime viewer, my sister friend, Fantessa. She had fallen behind on the series and has spent all week watching 5 episodes. So I'm really proud of her. She's done a hell of a good job. Welcome back. Glad to see you back in the chat. So,
Welcome back.
are we ready
Welcome
for the
back.
recap?
Well, that's a long time to have to listen to my voice. I don't think my wife can do that much.
I was just sitting here thinking, is she tired of our voices yet?
She said it was rough. So,
It's a lot. It's a lot.
all right. So, last week, I gotta scroll all the way up. This is gonna be a longer recap, unfortunately, because there was so much that happened. So, when we left off last week, Ari ran into his childhood friend Krelos, who was on the run for revivifying a child without being sworn. Krelos begged Ari to help him get out of the city undetected, and Ari agreed hesitantly before proceeding to meet Guillaume at the Stormrun Manor and then to Avon's apartment. Avon's apartment was empty, but as he was leaving, Ari overheard a group of guards as they were on their way to Avon's apartment discussing finding evidence for the murder that Avon was being framed for, as well as a group that had attacked the head doctor of St. Brutus's. Ari hurried over to the Rampant Roach to meet with Krelos and began to sneak him out of the city via the catacombs under the city. Krelos and Ari split. Ari headed up the Great Northern Road as Krelos goes up the river. And the next morning, Arabella tells Avon the details about her blood oath to Lady Storrun to kill Ascalon, while Althea and Saya are out talking to a changeling handler. They all return. Shortly after that, Ari enters the inn. Althea drags him and everyone else upstairs to drop the secrets and explain things, where they run into the Harengon prince of the Court of Hoof and Claw, Paziros. Paziros sits with Avon and talks, while Althea pulls everyone into the other room and explains to Ari that Saya is a changeling that he knew as Aaliyah. Arabella is a vampire. Althea is a princess of the Fae Court. And she then proceeds to explain everything else that had happened over the past 2 days that he had missed. It is decided among them that they'd head to the Iron Crag Mountains to meet the dwarves there, who apparently had a connection with the vampire families. They then plan to convince Prince Paziros that Althea and Ari are lovers by having Saya turn into Althea, while Althea and Arabella listen in from the other room. Saya eventually tells him that they're engaged to be married, and the prince leaves in a furious storm of butterflies, stating that the court would not forget this disrespect. Arabella quickly flusters Althea, and they have a nice little session of hate sex that ends with Althea's virginity being taken. A little while later, after everyone's gotten all their stuff situated and all that, Saya leaves a note in Sylvan for Joyblade, who had left to find where the carnival was, as the rest of the party departs, renting horses along the way. About halfway along the road to Grasal, the party encounters and defeats some ghouls and cannibals that had been eating a pair of dwarves. After the battle had subsided, Althea takes a necklace from the body of Dorum, one of the dwarves, and pockets it, with the intention of returning it to the family of the dwarf. They also decapitate the split head of the leading ghoul and take it with them to the village of Stromberg. The party is welcomed into the village, and Althea requests an audience with the village leader Beldred, which is granted. She gives her the necklace and listens to her grievances about the ghouls that have been attacking for the past few weeks. Althea turns down Beldred's attempt at a reward and agrees to a dinner with Beldred and to see about talking to one Havard Glimmerstone, who is supposed to clear out the ghouls out of the mountains. Meanwhile, many, many miles away, Joyblade sits at a table, looking over a book as a knock and a mysterious voice echo from a nearby door. The voice identifies itself as Balthazar and says that it needs to talk as the room turns cold and icy.
Hey, 5 minutes, pretty good.
Nice.
All right then. Are we ready to play some D&D?
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Absolutely.
Now recording.
Bearbot!
Hello, Craig.
All right then. We're going to pick up where we began last week. the morning after you guys left the city of Zobek and woke up at that small little inn known as the Witch's Teat, we're at the breakfast table where Althea and Saya have just headed out to go meet up with the strange fae outside, unbeknownst to the rest of the group at the table. Which leaves us with Joyblade, Avon, and Arabella sitting at the table. For Joyblade, as you're sitting there eating at your food, you just hear Joyblade, Joyblade.
Joyblade will sort of perk up and glance around and look over at Mal to see if my trusty cat companion heard what I just heard. Um, mm,
No. Don't say anything out loud. Don't act suspicious. Everybody's paying attention. I need you to calmly get up, walk from the table, and go out the back.
I will do so curtly. He'll just kind of stand up and then walk away, walk out towards the back. Yeah.
Very good, Joyblade. Very good. Avon, would you like to do something?
Yeah, I'll just kind of look at Arabella, just go, just stay here for a second.
No, wait, question. I had pulled Avon over to have talk about everything with Lady Storm, and so would we have noticed Joyblade get up and walk out?
Yeah, Avon's passive perception is high enough that he would notice no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was just like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'll stop in mid-sentence, just hold that thought for a second. I just want to see what he's going to do.
Avon, you go to turn around to follow Joyblade out, and then modified memory hits you, and you forget you were thinking about it, and turn back to Arabella.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Is there a save for that?
There is. You roll a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh. Okay. Okay.
Portent.
Arabella would look to him as he turns back to come to her, and she'd be like, "What was that?
I don't know, actually.
You said that you were gonna go follow him."
I was.
I mean,
I it must have been not important enough. Yeah, what were we talking about again?
Okay.
Oh.
Joyblade, you head out and come out of the back door into the back area. Now, take one of the horses, and you need to head into the forest until you find the cabin.
I will look for the horse, and I'll just kind of gesture for Mal to run, jump up, hop on my shoulders, and then I'll hop on the horse and yeah, head towards until I find the cabin, just exactly as it said.
Cool. You go off through there into the woods. Unbeknownst to you, somehow a small note, a quote unquote, from you ends up in the hands of the innkeeper saying you're out running around right now.
Yeah, we tried, Angie. Okay, I will. Okay, I'll continue, and I'll just kind of sort of as I'm going through the forest, just scanning for the cabin, but also kind of scanning to be like, do I notice like, is there any significant like animal life like around? Is it pretty quiet as I'm heading this direction?
It's pretty quiet. There's nothing really around.
Okay. I'll just keep going until I find the cabin.
You go a little ways into the woods where the overhang gets deep and thick and its sunlight stops reaching in. And there you find a small, kind of quaint, but obviously run down little cabin.
Mhm.
Pretty much the cabin from Evil Dead, if anybody's seen that.
That well, now I'm more worried, Brad. Um, I'll dismount from the horse and I'll walk up and I'll gently knock on the door, like politely. Give
As
it.
soon as your knuckle taps the door swings open.
I'll kind of lean in, but like I won't cross the threshold, but I'll kind of lean in to look and go. Um, anybody home here? I was told to come here.
Well, don't just stand outside. Come in.
Oh well, didn't want to invite myself in. That seemed rude. And then I'll cross the threshold and walk on in.
Cross the threshold. Mal stays outside. It takes like one look at it. It's like, nope, fuck that. The door swings shut behind you, and you notice the fireplace is lit with a blue flame, and the floor has about 3 to 4 inches of fog on it.
Mhm.
As a figure comes around the doorway, steps in, coming towards you, looks strangely like a mirrored reflection of you, except their body is clear ice with these extremely piercing sapphire blue eyes.
Mhm.
Wonderful to gaze upon you, Joyblade. Do you prefer if I call you that? Should I call you by your other name?
Oh no, I prefer Joyblade. The other one, that one's long gone. I have to say it's strange talking to myself, but not myself. What do I call you?
Oh, my apologies. I should have introduced myself. Be at ease. I am Balthazar. And they
Would
give off a very like courtly bow to you.
I will respond in kind. Would I remember Balthazar from anything? Would anything like stand out to me? Like
Roll
from
me either
traveling?
history or religion.
Let's go with history. I imagine you would read a little bit. 17.
17. Old things that are taught here and there. The circus kind of likes to do the old rumors every now and then. Sometimes they talk about the ancient primordial, the first god of cold and ice, who lost a bet and was forever trapped inside of a ring.
Hmm. I will keep that in mind, uh, knowing that this is probably pretty dangerous. But I'll respond in kind with a very polite bow, and just say, "It's a pleasure to meet you. Your reputation precedes you. To what do I owe the pleasure?"
Well, the pleasure is mine, Joyblade. You see, I am in dire need of help, and you are the only one who can help me because of how special you are.
He'll kind of smile at that and almost like a little nod, like, "Nah, I knew it." Um, Tell me what it is you need help with, and also, not to toot my own horn, I always thought I was a bit special, but is there something specific you're referencing?
I want the same thing that you want, my boy, freedom. And I believe that we could help each other be free.
What would you have me do?
A few things. There's, I have to admit, I a bit detest this name, Joyblade. It's so pedantic and common. It's not even as it's well, it's better than the name your mother gave you, but you know that's not your real name, don't you?
Well, I did sort of make it up, so I suppose that's fairly accurate, but I have a sense you know something I don't.
No,
What
no,
is
no. Ascalon is not your real name either. They gave you that, when your mother gave you up, she had to give you a name. But you have a real name. The name I gave you the day you were born.
What is it?
You, my dear boy, are Zarzif.
I'm writing it down. Oh, that does sound much better than Joyblade. That's true. What if you name me, then are are you my father in some fashion?
Yes,
Oh, there you
yes,
go.
Joyblade. I am your father.
Where
That's why they wanted you. That's why they took you to the Institute. Because they wanted to experiment on a demigod. It's why they couldn't contain you, why you were able to escape. It's why together we can do such great things.
Joyblade will kind of like stiffen up, like thinking about Balthazar bringing up like escaping, and then thinking about the asylum and just how much he hated it there. Um, and then sort of his eyes will kind of darken, thinking about how badly he wants to get back at the Doctor and Lady Stormund, and he'll look at Balthazar and say, "Well, Father, if you can help me with this, I'm obliged to work with you very closely. I would like to see them pay. I would like to use this power you speak of. So what is it you need me to do?"
Fear not, my son. I have a plan.
Oh no! They win the whisper.
What in the actual fuck is happening? What
No!
in the
I am
actual
so confused about all of this.
Oh boy, here we go.
You ever get a
Somehow
sense that
this
some
is
fuckery is going on?
okay. Just so we're
Yes.
clear, this is not Tira's fault. Okay.
You
Actually,
pretended to
this
make sure
is
you said that.
no. This is
Actually,
not
are
Tira's
you
fault.
sure about that?
It might be a little bit her fault for falling for that trick that allowed the ring to be stolen from her. So maybe.
I
Oh my
mean,
god. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about like the whole thing with Lady Stormer and how she's like, "Oh, he stole something from me," sitting here like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Well,
Shit just got started.
Oh my
I still don't know
god.
how the fuck Balthazar can father children.
I mean,
I don't want to, but he's supposed to be stuck in a ring. I don't understand.
There
what if
is
he got to
a
have the
very
baby
long
before?
time where we don't know what happened to that ring.
It wasn't that long. It was like 15 years or something.
It was
Damn it, Tira.
25.
Was it 20 years?
It was
All
over
right.
20 years.
Yeah. So I think that makes this Lady Stormrun's fault.
Yes, let's just find a way to get the blame off of Tira.
yeah. Pass the blame on the left-hand side.
Dude, this must be a really big task. Oh my god.
Yikes.
I don't like this. I've got like a million questions going through my head now, and I can't focus on it.
Aggressively
Did
sips.
Balthazar send me that bone dagger? That's a question I have. I don't know if that was actually Joyblade now.
This is big spicy times.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
Oh my goodness.
Brad, Jeff, hurry
Also,
up. The suspense
maybe
is
he's
killing me.
lying.
Maybe he's lying.
Balthazar, maybe he's lying. He's chaotic
Maybe
evil.
this is literally just a Maybelline commercial. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Balthazar.
Uh,
Oh, my
Explains why none of us knew what Joyblade was.
Yeah, that
I-
does make a lot of
I
sense.
just thought the reason we didn't know who Joyblade was is because Jeff is the one playing him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
There's always that.
I mean, it would make sense that he would be, from what I saw, being a Hexblade. I'm like that.
And Jeff
Hexblood.
also Jeff puts himself at Brad's mercy more than the rest of us do. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
he's literally the cat that just like lets himself go. Just take me.
Oh my god, they're taking a long time.
I know,
Yeah.
that's why I was just like, hurry up,
stream.
there's suspense. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, just over here twiddling his thumbs, just like, I don't know what's gonna go on, guys. Let's see what happens.
There they are.
Yes!
That was a long time.
Yeah,
You
well,
ever, you ever just wake up in the morning and go, I'm going to take a hammer to one of my characters' backstories?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I want to. Oh my god, I want details so bad. Oh
I'm
my
just
god.
gonna say it up front now, which I'm sure you all know. I had no idea.
That's
See,
all.
I was
You always
right.
do this.
I was
somehow.
right, you guys.
I didn't
You
know.
were.
Brad woke up and chose violence, and I accepted.
You always do.
Okay, so what's next?
So next we skip ahead several
Oh, we
days.
don't get any closure to the scene.
Nope.
Aww.
So do I post my note or not?
Yeah, you want to post your note to it. You'll say after that, Joyblade goes from there, goes back to the inn to find you guys having already left. At which point he would find the note from Saya. If you want to go ahead and either post that or read that right now.
Go ahead and read it, please.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it. Okay. Dear JB, thank you for the gift. We're heading to the Black Canton of Grisal. We'll be traveling on horseback along the river. I hope you're able to catch up with us, and I hope you're safe. Speaking of safe, it is very important that you do not allow Arabella to get you alone. Trust me, I've made a lot of messes, but I'm right about this. You're not safe. May the shadows guard your secrets and hide you from your enemies. W. That's it. And I will post it in our chat as well. So that was all of it.
Yeah. And then at some
Nice.
point, Saya and Avon would have a nice little conversation of how to deal with things and all that kind of jazz.
So we skip ahead a couple of days.
Skip ahead back to where we left off last session, having you guys over there in that small dwarven village. Avon and Saya come out of the chieftainess, the head dwarfs. Come out of her hut to find Arabella and Avon in the midst of a long
Ari.
kiss.
You mean Ari?
Ari, sorry.
But
All the
say,
gay names. Honestly, I'm happy with myself that I don't mix up your names more.
That's the first time.
Anyway.
Yeah, I've been pretty good about it, which is surprising given how much I thought it was going to be a problem. Anyway, to find Arabella and Ari in the midst of a deep kiss.
God.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
I imagine that he's got like Arthel in his arms like pinned up against a wall or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Ari, I thought maybe you had feelings for Aaliyah, but have fun.
Yeah, just make sure
Well,
that
you
you
didn't
use
stick
some
around
kind
now,
of
did
protection.
she?
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Somewhere, somehow, Aaliyah takes 4 points of psychic damage.
Arabelle will just kind of look over at them and go, "Do we need to go now?"
I mean, God, if it really comes down to where you need to go ahead and wet your whistle,
Does
By all
this mean
means.
everybody? Because I assume you two must have.
No,
Aaliyah is looking at Ethan.
no.
Really?
I am the only person so far that has not been able to give her any kind of sexual gratification. In fact, the last time that she tried to feed on me, she passed out.
Hey, these were
What?
secrets.
Yeah. And apparently you're giving yourself away all the time. As he'll walk off.
Well, I'm
Since
not.
when did any elf
Any?
think that sex was like a taboo and off limits and stuff?
No, it's the fact that it's the wanton need for her to have sex with everyone that she meets.
You know what? This is a thing of the Blood Sisters. They have orgies. This
Yep,
is
you're-
nothing
you're
to
fine.
her.
He's
Mhm.
playing a character. You're good.
I know.
He,
Saya
he,
is gonna just follow Avon, and
Yeah.
because otherwise she's watching the two of you, or possibly getting recruited, and no, she's gonna follow Avon.
okay.
Okay. Do I need to roll a seduction table for the two of you then?
No, we're rolling initiative. This is gonna be like combat.
All right, go for
Oh my
Wow.
god.
No, go ahead and do a seduction roll.
it. Yeah, works out
Damn.
perfectly.
The encounter goes on way too long and just sort of peters out awkwardly. The PCs suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
All right,
That
so
has
both of
happened to
you,
this hero before.
yeah, both of you are going to suffer 1 level of exhaustion, as neither of you truly gains the upper hand over the other till you both just kind of have to give up. You know, to settle this at another time.
That's for sure.
At some undisclosed amount of time later, when Althea, Saya, and Avon return back to the barn that you guys are staying in with all the horses, you open the doors to it, and the place is utterly ransacked. You know, the horse is still there, fine enough, but everything else has just been like thrown as if a tornado hit this place. And over there, up in a corner, you're kind of like laying down, like they're selves propped up against a bale of hay, is Arabella and Avon. Arabella's got
Ari.
Ari.
no. Arabella has Ari. Sorry, God damn it, it's gonna be a problem all night. Arabella has like these red sunburn-like handprints on certain parts of her body that are still steaming. Ari has 1 or 2 bite marks going up from like his clavicle down his arm.
Yep.
Yeah. Avon will just put a hand on his hip and just goes, "Are you both fucking done?" Not
For now.
not
You-
figuratively, literally.
No, you got your words out of order.
No, I exactly meant that. I actually meant exactly that. Are you guys fucking done?
Yeah, are you guys done fucking?
No, we're gonna keep it how it is.
You guys don't.
Ah,
Oh,
We're
okay,
done
Saya will
for
continue to
now.
argue.
Uh-huh. How about you both wash up, clean yourselves off, and actually go ahead and look presentable?
Speaking of looking presentable, what was her name? No, not Grisal. Beldred.
Mildred, yeah.
Beldred has
Yeah.
invited us to dinner.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Grisal is the name of the next town that you guys are on your way to.
I thought for a second that her name was Griselda, and I was like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, Grisella's Avon's ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, can do that.
Althea does her best to kind of put her hair up and look a little more noble.
I'm going fully armored and stuff. These are dwarves. They're fine.
Avon wears what he normally wears. Decently armored out, but never to the point where it's very noticeable.
you guys get yourselves cleaned up and presentable and head back over to Beldred's hut. Open up the door there and see already seated at the table, entertaining Beldred and a few other dwarves, is Joyblade.
Oh,
Oh,
Really? Saya says immediately,
Hey,
like
Blade, how you doing?
brightening up and then trying to look more casual afterwards.
He'll sort of just gesture with his arms, like
You
broadly.
found us.
You all leave quite the trail. It wasn't too hard.
Well,
The dead
I
bodies and such,
tried. Only a couple. I mean, I wanted you to be able to catch up.
It was very helpful. Why don't you all have a seat? We're just getting acquainted.
Avon is eyeing you real hard.
Arabella's eyeing you as well.
Okay. Avon, are you using your passive perception, or you want to roll active investigation?
I mean, I have a +7 for investigation, but a 22 passive perception.
roll it,
So-
roll it, roll it.
Would this be able to be used for ear for deceit?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
15.
Yeah.
Arabella, do you want to roll a perception or anything on that?
Yeah. Perception.
14.
Saya's just gonna run up and throw her arms around him.
Oh, I rolled investigation. Sorry. I don't know. I rolled insight. I didn't roll investigation. But yeah, it would have been the exact same thing.
That's him. Two of you do notice something a little different about Joyblade. His eyes are a stunning sapphire blue now.
Weren't they pink before?
Oh, very
Yes.
pink before, yeah.
So yes, Saya just runs up and throws her arms around Zoidblade.
He'll reciprocate the hug right away.
Okay. Like
When
also with
they-
lifting of the feet and everything. But all right, I'll save you a seat. Or are you working?
Oh, no, I was just wrapping up here. I'm hoping to get back on the trail with you folks and I'm not sure where you're headed currently, but I want to be a part of it. Let's go.
Good. I also kind of want to stick close to you because the same people are after the both of us now.
Yes, and eventually we'll deal with that. We'll have to cross paths with them, but in the meantime, it's great to see all of you again. And he'll
Yeah.
kind of look at each one of you and then just kind of pause on Althea for a second and smile and then just keep going and we'll lead the way.
Althea nods her head regally in return.
I would like to insight him here
Okay.
because
Brad pulled me in a private chat.
no, because you seem a lot more formal than usual and just
Oh,
Oh.
Can I still be a
Nat
part of it?
20.
No?
I'm gonna give that to Arabella.
I was about to like instantly say, "Hey, I could use it," and then you got the vibe, you got the message.
All right. Joyblade, roll the deception just to see if you can crit against it.
Nope. 16.
Okay. Saya, Joyblade has the way his countenance is, he's acting a bit different. You get the sense that Joyblade has had some kind of foundation shaking epiphany.
Okay. So she gives Joyblade another hug, but that's a pretext to whisper in his ear. I can tell something's wrong. Tell me about it later.
I'll
And she
say
says
it.
that in Sylvan
I'll
into his ear.
reply mentally. I'll reply back to you and go. I'll I'll get you caught up to speed when we have a chance.
Okay. And she'll go sit down. Or wherever we're gathering. I
Yeah, it's
assume
a big
gonna be
table.
down for dinner.
Althea sits next to the chief.
You guys get yourself seated, and here. And Chief and two other dwarves that are kind of sitting over here. She is immediately around with this giant pot. She's setting you guys all with these big bowls of stew. Once again, all of you, I'd like to thank you for your help dealing with that ghoul up here in these mountains that's been attacking people. We can't thank you enough. The least I could do is give you travelers a nice warm meal.
Hmm.
Perchance,
Thank
where are
you.
you headed to now?
Althea's already told her where we're going.
She's still asking. She's making conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay. To Grisal.
So, it's a big city.
Yeah. Yeah, we're headed that way. And
What business have you in the halls of Grisal?
we wanted to talk about some diplomatic issues with them. She's kind of glancing at Althea.
Althea kind of nods along, confident in your answer.
Yeah.
My lady, you were going to tell us about the dwarves of Grisal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a couple of them you want to be aware of. First thing you know is you'll know you've made it to Grisal when you get there. It's a beautiful stone fortress built up right there on the side of the mountain. Got these two giant stone statues, legendary heroes of the ages. Jarl Coppersmelt, his stern-faced old man in some plate armor, and then my personal favorite, Delena Herzak. She was a paladin to the sun god, of course.
Really?
Hmm.
Yes.
I'd like to hear more
Okay,
about
what
her.
was the Jarl's name again? I'm just trying to write these down.
Was
Jarl
Jarl
Copper
Coppersmelt.
smelt.
Okay, thanks.
History check.
Sure.
So
Which one are you history checking?
Jarl Coppersmelt.
Jarl Coppersmelt is the warrior who purged that section of the mountains of the goblins that were occupying it, and like conquered that mountain to then be settled and built Grisal in.
Okay. Avon will kind of chime in, just like, I've heard of y'all did good work against the goblins. Respectable. Excellent fighter.
Oh yeah, and then of course Delena Herzak, noble paladin that she was, she turned back the first black tide of undead that raised against Grisal. Single-handedly led her entire order of paladins against him.
And were they paladins of the same sun god? Is that right?
Of her order, yes, they're all the same god.
And Ari, you were asking a question about is that the same deity that you serve, the one that she discussed?
Horrors, yes, indeed.
Huh.
Oh, well,
Interesting.
fancy that.
Fancy that indeed. So.
I
Sorry,
think
we're
they
not
still have a group of paladins that they're over in Grisal. Sometimes they kind of move around a bit.
Should at least have some kind of temple or place of gathering of worship. So it should be something you should check out, Hari.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
Very well. Question for you, lady.
Yeah, what can I do for you, son?
I'm a particular aficionado for armaments, particularly of gunpowder. Would you know if they have anybody that would be something like a weaponsmith that would work on more elaborate pieces?
Oh, there are 12 sub floors to the entire compound that are all dedicated to blacksmithing.
Well, anything that would deal with firearms.
Oh, I'm sure if it can be built, they'd build it there.
Nothing needing built more along the lines of modifications.
He kind of tilts your head and goes, some of the best blacksmiths in all the world are there, son. I'm for sure if you're looking for help work on something, they can find it.
Fantastic. Appreciate the help with that. As Avon will just kind of think about what he needs to work about it for that. So Avon will reciprocate the look. So,
Or just goes back to
yeah. But regardless of the situation, we probably will be heading out in the morning. Now, this is excellent, Sue. My previous love, her father would make excellent stew like this. He learned it from the Northlands.
Oh, no, thank you kindly for that. You said you are curious about what dwarves were there. I assume you're going to Grisal because you're looking for something. If that's true, there's probably there's 3 people in the city that might be able to help you with whatever thing you got going on. First one is Havard Glimmerstone. Absolute right piece of shit, if you ask me. But he regularly leads all of the dwarf patrols between Grisal and the Gun Axe. So, maybe he can help you with whatever it is you're trying to figure out. He's got a lot of experience dealing with that. The other one is Captain Brogan Bone Basher. He's pretty much an expert on the ghouls in general.
How's that Havard Glimmerstone a piece of shit exactly?
Oh, he swore up and down the last time he came through here that he cleared out all of the ghouls.
But he didn't.
He
we
points
just
to
killed
the
one.
to where you guys
Yeah.
staked it outside of our house.
Yeah. Well, that's shitty.
The third one is if look, if you're looking to get into something, less than kosher. I'm not judging you. You seem like fine people. Sometimes you got to do things that way. There's a human lives in Grisal by the name of Harlo Macchioni. He knows how to find all that kind of stuff you can't normally buy in polite company.
Good to know.
Thank you.
Cool. And with that part taken care of, dinner settles into a nice affair of good exchanging of stories and telling of times until it's time for you guys to head back to the barn.
All right. Bella wrecked the place, but oh well.
Sorry about that. I'll
Not
arrange
sorry about that.
help arrange some things.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know I'm
Well-
not, but it's nice to say it anyway. I say under my breath to
So
Arabella.
you're fixing your stuff up and trying to get the hay out of your bedroll that got tossed aside, and Arabella's bra falls out of it.
Right.
You're free
Oh.
to keep it as a souvenir.
Well, While you all go ahead and fix up this, what used to be a livable condition, I'll be outside working on a few things. So, if you'll excuse me. And Avon will go outside of the barn and he'll peruse around for a couple of things for his alchemist kit.
Give me a survival check.
Ooh. Yeah.
10. Not much up on this mountain you can use.
Cool. If that's the case, then he'll at least mark what he sees.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's about it. And he'll find a nice, decent tree that's close to the area. And continue to jot down some things in the journal.
So, Joyblade, you want to maybe go for a walk and catch up while he tries to make this place livable again?
Yes, we should. I mean, if we leave them unsupervised, there's a good chance it ends up worse than it was. And he'll look to Arabella and Ari.
You want to stay and supervise them?
I mean, we could just make this a big group thing. I'm just saying, we'll leave. We'll leave you to it. You all have your things that you need to do. And he'll turn to Althea as well and go, Althea, you're welcome to join us, or I don't know if you want to be here for what's about to happen after we leave.
I don't think much is going to happen. I think we wore each other out.
Maybe
Speak for
he wasn't
yourself.
just talking about you two.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Milady, you
Speak
should
for
not suck so
yourself.
much blood out.
All right, let's
Oh,
go.
is that what you sucked at? Okay, got it.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh.
I'll walk out. I'll look at Althea and I'll just gesture if she wants to join us while we walk. While I walk with.
Althea
Oh, man, now I can't.
follows.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Saya. Sorry. Yeah,
What did
I
you
didn't
just
want
like?
to listen.
What did you
She's
say,
coming.
Ashley?
For Arabella, yeah, drinking Ari's blood is like the equivalent of the most junk food she can eat. It tastes delicious, but it is so bad for her because it's his blood is literally saturated with holy energy.
Yeah, I think after the first bit, she would be like, that was nice. I don't need more of it, though. I'll just enjoy the flesh,
Okay.
Fruit punch
Sorry,
Kool-Aid.
I didn't hear what Ashley said. Did Althea join us or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Arabella is sticking to the barn. She does not intend to go walking around here.
Okay, so we're on a walk.
So I was hoping you'd tell me about what happened. Or you wanted to talk to us both?
I feel, our last conversation as a group, we were trying to all sort of come together, right? I figure there's no need in keeping secrets from everyone. And Saya, you, and Althea are very close. It feels
Yeah, there are
I'm
secrets and then there's privacy.
true, but you and I are close. I would like to
Yeah, I'm
bridge
close
that
with both of you.
True, but I would like to bridge
Separately,
that.
though.
I would like to bridge the relationship with Althea. She's important to you. I would like us to. I have the sense that perhaps Althea, you're not my biggest fan, so I was just hoping we could maybe spend some time. We can all get to know each other a little bit more, catch up.
Althea's finally gonna insight him and see what the change is. 14.
That's pretty good.
Brad, is 14 a good enough roll for
You probably need to
noticing
roll
the eyes?
deception again.
Noticing the eyes, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Should I roll anything, Brad, or is that good? Or sorry, Ashley, are you just trying to insight like the eyes, or are you trying to do anything else?
She's trying to figure out what changed.
14's enough to know for the eyes. Roll a deception check to see if she gets anything else out of it, though.
No.
Oh, no.
Nope.
So we haven't really gotten to talk much about anything after we got out of that hospital.
Well,
Are you all right? I mean, that was fucking awful.
yeah, I'm not quite sure what that thing was that attacked us. He really beat the shit out of me.
And you were in another shape at the time. You were Henry.
Right.
And he still knew it was you.
They knew. I think they might have known the whole time. It really seemed like quite the setup.
Yeah.
The doctor, as evil as he is very smart, very
Yeah, I
talented.
know.
And your or not really your aunt, but pretend aunt, your Lady Stormrun is also very formidable. So I imagine they sort of knew this was coming.
I
don't
actually
like-
wonder if I'd have just been committed at the dinner party if I hadn't brought other people.
I think things were in motion that perhaps we wouldn't have been able to stop anyways. But I wanted to also let you both know I appreciate you saving me. Saya pulling me out of the river, and Althea, you jumped in without a moment's hesitation, so I do appreciate it.
Althea nods.
So now that we're all back together, what is the course? Are you all?
Most of us are not welcome at the Winter Court, which, that was Althea's first plan. But we're not welcome there. Because all of the changelings have been caught. All of them. I'm the only one that got out of Zobek.
He'll kind of reach up and just gently squeeze your shoulder, knowing that was something you talked about.
Yeah.
How important it was for them not to get blamed.
But
and he'll go ahead.
My handler told us to go speak to the dwarves up here about the issues with the ghouls and the vampires.
And that would perhaps put us on the path to save your fellow changelings. Is that right?
I don't know. He didn't tell me anything, and I can't blame him. Oh man, I fucked up so many things. You wouldn't believe it. She's looking at Joyblade, half excited, half embarrassed. What?
Never mind.
Althea, what drew you to the Winter Court at first?
She hesitates and says, I was adopted.
I was, well, I wasn't actually adopted. I was more given up. I suppose the circus adopted me, but you're in.
You were adopted by the Moonlit King?
Well, not. No, I was not.
You.
No,
Althea? Not you.
No, I was going to say, not me.
Althea slowly nods her head.
That's
the Moonlit King. Brad, would that stand out at all? Is that like a common deity, or is that something else?
The Moonlit King.
Yeah. Or Royal Court. Would that be like a common name?
Roll history.
Okay. History. Nope. 5. No.
5.
Sounds
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. Who is the Moonlit King?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Brad. The Moonlit King is the head of the Winter Court.
Not correct.
Oh, okay.
The Moonlit King is the second. The Queen actually rules the Winter Court, which would be Queen Mob, the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Well then, I need to amend my. Actually, Brad, who adopted Althea?
Who adopted Althea? Yeah, we can say that the king did it. He's still the second in command.
Okay.
But he's much more like what a queen normally is to a king. It's just inverted with him.
Mm,
Gotcha.
Oh,
matriarchal. Okay.
Yeah.
we need to bring you more introduce you to more Fae. He looks over at Althea. That's
would-
the king of the Winter Shadow Court.
I would welcome it. I don't really know. You've seen the circus and the people that I grew up around. I'm not quite familiar. I didn't even know it was a dread plane. Althea, you were the one who told me. It seems,
I liked it.
were you, are you ashamed of being adopted, Althea? I don't mean to pry. You just seem so private about it.
Well, it's not exactly a secret, but it's not either public knowledge. And forgive me, but with your eyes changing, it leaves me to wonder what else has changed.
I'm still me, and he'll snap his fingers, and you'll see his eyes shift different colors, and his hair change, and then all shift back to the way it was. And I think I just like to keep things interesting. I'm
I was
just trying
hoping
to keep
you
up.
could tell me more.
Where did you go for so long?
Well, in the mood of trust and caring, you seem wary. I heard this voice speak out to me, and I sought it out. It was, I don't know, a voice I had never heard before, but claimed to be tied to me, familial. I'm still trying to work it out. I wish I could give you more, but didn't quite understand it myself.
I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back.
Althea hesitates and says, "It's nice to have you around too."
He'll give you a very genuine smile and go, I hope that we can, I don't know, maybe bridge this gap. You two are ties to a world I didn't know I actually had ties to until meeting either of you. So this is exciting for me. This is the closest thing I've had to actual family since the circus, and now this voice who claims to be family. It's exciting times.
Yeah. You said you were adopted because you had thought your parents were just you had said those were your parents that were awful
right.
and
Right.
I mean that's so
yeah. They
you
were
just found this out?
Yeah, they were very bad people.
Oh, I know.
But yes, this voice claimed they were never actually my parents, which is a bit of a relief to think about. They're no longer. I have no ties to them. I have no care. They're not actually my parents. I'm tied to this other thing, but I don't actually understand how any of this Fae stuff works. It wasn't discussed much in the circus. It was mostly, campfire tales we told each other, spooky stories to scare some of the children, keep them in line. It was never anything. Even Dagon, I had no idea he had control over that plane like he did. He never once discussed it.
Well, Althea looks up to the moon and says, "It's time we get some rest."
Let's head back. I appreciate you both giving me a bit of time.
Yeah.
You're welcome here, Joyblade.
He'll smile and he'll snap his fingers and he'll change his eyes to pink, hoping that somehow makes you feel like at ease.
I'm gonna roll deception.
Oh, cool. And I'm gonna roll insight. Oh no, you're still upset with me?
Althea doesn't know whether or not to trust you right now.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Saya is kind of looking over at you like with a what's the opposite of deception here? How do I do this?
The opposite of deception? The opposite of
Persuasion.
deception is persuasion.
I wanted to go with that. Well, she doesn't do a very good job. Okay.
I got work to do, I see. I'll walk back with both of you guys.
It was more like trying to get your attention to talk to her telepathically, but apparently she failed to convey that.
All right. Hang
She
on
rolls
there,
me a
everyone.
reindeer.
I need everybody to roll perception checks.
Okay.
Save us, Aben.
I'm rolling a lot
Oh
of
no!
11s.
Everybody's got their guard down.
In my
Yeah, she
passive
was
in the
trying
middle
to get Joyblade to hang back a little bit.
Ari did pretty good. Look at that. That's a 23. He did pretty good.
Let's see. I don't think anybody failed less than 11.
Huh.
A sniper? Good lord, Brad.
Haragon
no.
snipers.
Oh no!
Oh no!
This one's my fault.
No, it's not.
Damn.
No, it's not.
That's pretty good.
It's not
We
my fault.
are
I'm pretty sure
on
I
the
am the
wide
one that
on the wide battle. I don't have a battle map for this, but know that you guys are currently in 3 separate groups. Aven is off by himself. Ari and Arabella are inside the barn, and Althea, Saya, and Joyblade are out on walk.
Oh no!
As you guys are suddenly accosted in various different ways by what are essentially ninja rabbits.
I have a problem.
What's your problem?
Althea's down a sword right now.
Yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, you stuck it in the fire, huh?
You should left her sword in the fire at the barn.
Yep.
Yeah. I like to imagine this came up right as like Saya was trying to get Joyblade more private attention, and then suddenly ninjas.
Yeah.
Or you're doing lay on hat on Arabella, yeah. Okay. Nobody failed the check, so you all hear something or small infinitesimal as you're suddenly aware that you are being accosted by several dark-clad Harangon wielding light crossbows. Aven, you got first turn.
Cool.
Don't worry about positioning and everything. This is going to be just a full theater of the mind combat.
Okay, got it. Aven will hear something going on, pull out Peacekeeper, and will fire a shot of the Radiant Bolas over there.
Okay.
DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
Make a 13 dex save. 8 fails. He's hit. And that's going to restrain him.
Yeah, you see this like radiant like bola just hit him straight into the chest. And Aven will run directly up to him, and he will point the front part of the barrel right underneath his neck. Just go, I would highly suggest that in order for you to go ahead and keep your mouth shut, you do as I say, unless you want to go in and end your life here. I have no quarrels with the court of Fang and Claw. In fact, I was actually talking
Hoof and Claw.
to your prince, Hoof and Claw.
Just what you about to say, Hoof and Claw, you uncultured Philistine. And
Yes.
I come here to mean you no harm either. I was specifically told to come here and deliver this to you. And he gestures at his pouch on his hip.
I will definitely use my left hand and keep the pistol directly at his temple as I reach for the other for whatever it is.
You reach down for the pouch, keeping your pistol trained on him, slip it out. Inside is a bottle of carrot wine with a little note attached to it.
What does it look like?
You check the note. It's a quick little thing. All it says is, "Look the other way." And we're gonna go from Avon to Althea.
Okay. Althea draws her Winter Court sword and motions to the other two, says, "Get behind me." And which one looks like they're in charge?
Roll me an insight.
Oh no!
You have no idea. You can't just you hate to say this, but you really can't tell any of these Haragon apart from each other.
Oh my god, they're all fucking rabbits.
They're all specious.
They're all rabbits dressed like ninjas. What did you think you were gonna be able to do?
Althea's gonna take a held action. To attack the first Haragon that tries to approach any of the three of them, and she will position herself in front and between Saya and Joyblade so that she's guarding. As she does this, she's going to say, "We want no trouble here. Who sent you?"
See, one of them just, you can kind of see his nose twitch under his mask. Taik Falal. And your eyes widen, Althea, as you know what he's just declared is an old Fey ritual of capturing your bride-to-be.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Would I have a possibility of recognizing that too?
Roll me a
princess.
roll me a. You're not a princess, so you're definitely not on the up. So I'm gonna make a roll for that for you. But you gotta beat. Let's go history 13.
Okay.
Come on.
There
nice.
13. You know what he just said and what that means.
Cool. I mean, I don't say.
Yeah,
Cool.
I hope that's not what you say. You just see like they're gonna. Oh, that's so romantic. He sent ninjas to come collect you.
So what does Saya say?
Oh my.
Actually, I should probably clarify that's the end of Althea's turn.
Yeah, but you're on your held action. Yeah.
Yeah. What is...
Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, Saya, what do you say when you realize what they just said?
Well, I have a plan, but it was to cast Loki's gift, and it's not my turn because I have a plan of what to say to them, but I can't do
Okay,
it
if you just
yet.
want to hold to what you're gonna say till your turn, we'll just do that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna cast Loki's gift with it to make it more believable.
Okay, we'll wait for your turn then. It is the red sniper's turn. Red sniper like flips down upside down from a small hatch in the top of the barn, takes aim on Ari with a 9.
Yes.
Green over on Green pops his head up out from a bale of hay over off to the side of you, pops with his crossbow, crits.
Oh no.
Oh.
I did make them really
that's
believe
orange,
that
not
she wanted to
green.
marry you.
Oh, orange, just my bad. Orange crits you are hits you for 14. And then we go to green. Green, same as well. He just comes right in through the front door, takes a shot at Ari 15.
Miss.
Miss. And blue is the only one in there that takes a shot at Arabella, 21.
That's a hit.
That's gonna get you for 9.
Okay, and she's gonna use her reaction.
What you got?
Oh, I'm not pressing the right button. I always do this on this. Come on. It's lagging a bit.
The Hellish Rebuke. All right, cool. He's gonna make a dex save. Makes the dex save.
Damn.
It's at 15, 16, 17, 18. You, Tarragon, all of a sudden pop up out of every corner in here, and crossbow bolts are flying. One hits Ari straight in the bicep. The other one, Arabella, catches you in your thigh as you scream, throw your hand out at him, and all of a sudden, blood just begins pouring out of his mouth. 9 damage is a kill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the heron gone. I thought it was Ori that was. Okay.
That gets to red blue. Red blue rushes forward into your range, Althea.
All right. Althea is going to attack. I said stay back. 21 to hit.
21 hits, 10. He comes rushing right into you, not with weapons in hand, but arms out like he's trying to grab you.
Oh, can I declare it non-lethal?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Cool. Non-lethal, you immediately swing at him, twist the blade last second, and whap him clean on the side of the head with the flat of your blade. He's knocked out.
Okay.
Joyblade.
I will position myself. So I'm not gonna hit.
Did you skip me?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, Saya.
Yeah, we skipped Saya.
Oh,
That-
yeah, it skipped you when I deleted the thing. Sorry. Go ahead, Saya.
Okay, because I'm just looking at this. Apparently, it has to be a friendly creature. If your deception check fails, it'll know you tried to manipulate. If you lie to a creature that has a friendly attitude towards you, and okay. Oh no, that's to get him to reveal a secret. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to tell him that this is not the person you're looking for. This is Althea's decoy in case of assassination attempts. The real Althea went to the Winter Court and is on her way there.
Roll your deception.
Okay. Is it possible to guidance my? No, I think that I can't.
No, Loki's gift is in action.
Yeah, I realized that.
You have advantage, which is good.
Yes, I give myself advantage.
20.
Nice.
All right.
Good stuff.
All they have is +1 to wisdom. He's got to roll at least 19 to catch on. 11 won't do it. See them, they look at each other, shout something back and forth between them and Sylvan real quickly. And what you hear is, oh, it's not the princess. Oh, well, you think the others will get rid of the betrothed to her? Yeah, they should do it fine. Let's go get the princess. And they both throw smoke pellets on the ground.
Now we know that Ari's in trouble.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else, Saya?
Nobody here is hurt, so I guess I'm like, I will. No, we all speak Sylvan. We all know that. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make our way towards. I'm gonna start towards the tent to help Ari.
Actually, I want to do this real quick and confirm. This mini group is out of combat, yes? For the moment.
You are now out of combat, yeah.
Okay. Althea's going to grab Saya's arm, thrust a bit of rope into her hands, and say, tie him up, Joyblade and I will go, and then meet us there.
Who am I? I thought the rat. Oh, the one that you
The
knocked
one
she
out.
that she
out,
knocked
yeah.
out.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm doing that because.
Yep. Althea's running.
I'll
Cool.
pat you on the shoulder and give you a bardic inspiration as we jet over to the.
Cool. Saya,
farm.
give me a sleight of hand check to tie him up.
All right, and I have bardic inspiration for that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got to. I keep having to switch screens. Give me a second.
Tell your husband you need more screens.
Okay.
21.
And
Cool.
that's a D6.
D6 or
If you want to use it, yeah.
You don't need it.
How long do I have it if I don't use it?
Like an hour.
yeah, it lasts
Okay,
a little
then
while.
I'll save it.
Okay. Okay, so that's that. Joyblade, anything you're gonna do on your turn while you're dashing to get to the barn?
How far probably will I make it in my just my full range of movement?
Just your full range of dash. Halfway there. You'll make it all the way there next turn.
Can I do movement, action dash? Will that get me? Could I at least see inside with an action dash?
No, your action dash is your full range of movement.
That's my full range of movement. Got it. Okay, I will do that, and then with my bonus action, I will also inspire Althea if she's in sight as we make our way over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's it for me.
Question for you, Brad.
Yeah.
Can Althea pick up her sword out of the pit as she's running?
Your sword is in the fire pit next to the barn.
That's what I'm saying. As we
When
go
you get there, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not there yet. Yeah, we're too far.
Yeah, you're a ways away right now. But when you get there, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Arabella, your turn.
Okay. So she's going to use her frightful presence, and she's just gonna say to each of them, "You all just made a really big fucking mistake."
All right. 8 plus your charisma. What is your charisma modifier?
Let me look again. Where is it? Sorry, I'm doing the same thing, having to switch. The charisma modifier is the big number, or the one
The big
underneath.
number,
Yeah.
yes.
Big
Yeah,
number.
3.
3. Okay, so 3 and 8, that's 11. What's your guys' proficiency right now? Still 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
save DC on this is a 13. So red, green, orange got to make wisdom saves of 13. Red saves, green and orange fail. Okay. So green and orange are now frightened of you.
All right. Awesome.
You see their little rabbit eyes just like widen, and you can see the crossbows shaking in their hands.
Oh, little bunnies. I thought you wanted to play. And with that, she's going to go to green and attack.
20's a hit for 2 damage. Why is that 2 damage? It's because you're not strength mod. Wrong weapon.
Yep. Nope, I think I just, yeah, oh well. Yep, I did.
10 misses. And that's the wrong weapon too.
Yeah, no, I realized it the second I clicked. Oh, fudge.
Even
Can I- no,
worse. You started out okay, and then it just progressively got worse.
You've
I'm sitting here like, I
already
should have
rolled
said
to hit twice, so
inspiration.
any one of those would be that. So we're going to count that one, but yeah. Okay, let me check something real fast. Yeah, okay. That is Bella's turn. We are now on to back over here with Avon and the Haragon, who's going to try to make an intelligence check to dispel these cuffs. No success.
Cool.
Takes 1 point of damage as the chains tighten. I get it. Ah, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah. There's a reason why I have those.
Ari.
I will flash the one who is not afraid. So that's the red one, I believe.
Yeah.
25.
25 hits him for, what is
16.
8 and 16? 24 damage?
I think it's just a 16.
No, you don't have the cold, the frostburst running? Okay.
No.
16 damage. 16 damage is still wide and far kill.
Does he actually kill him?
Yes, because I'm in pain.
Yeah. Ari just darts forward, makes a huge spin swing with his sword, and decapitates that Harangon. And over here to Avon. Avon, what are you doing with your prisoner? As you've heard a little bit after you read that note that says "Look the other way," you hear crashes and the sounds of battle coming from the barn, which is a little ways away from you.
I probably have seen a few of them run, correct?
No,
Okay, cool. I'll look at him and I'll just go, I am a fae. So the question is whether or not I would know what's going on.
roll me an insight check.
Cool. Sure, 12.
12. There's a couple things this could be. Most likely, there's either one of two things probably occurring. Either these guys have shown up here. Obviously, this has to be connected to Paciros, and that means that they're either here to get Althea in one of those crazy fae wedding type ritual things, or they could be here to eliminate Ari as competition.
Yeah. Um, it says look the other way. He'll press. I'll use my action to intimidate him, to press him for the information.
Cool. Roll me intimidate.
Cool.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah, big ouch.
I try, and it's just like
you cock the hammer. The Haragon narrows his eyes. Goes, "You're a man of honor. You won't shoot a helpless prisoner."
Haven just kind of looks and goes, I am a man of honor, and you're lucky that you haven't directly tried to hurt me. And he'll uncock the hammer, but he won't let the bonds go.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
And he's just like, I'm going to wait until my friends come and find me, and then we're going to figure out what then happens to you. I may be a man of honor, but my friends are not sometimes.
Got it. Cool. Althea, full sprinting your way to the barn.
Yep.
You'll reach the outside of the barn, able to grab your blade at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Orange's turn. Orange, terrified of Arabella. Arabella is who stood up from her, laying down position. Hair is full, half floating behind her. Her eyes glow red, fangs fully extended. Aragon says, "Fuck this." Leaps 30 feet straight up out of the barn.
I'd like to use my bonus action.
What you got?
Face step.
Yeah, I was kind of not until you beat Joyblade here,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
because I figured you'd want to use as far movement as you got.
Yep.
Saya, you're over there tending to the one you have captured. Joyblade, you arrive at the barn here. Arabella.
Okay.
Can I bonus action inspire? Do I see Arabella when I get
Not
up?
yet. You're still
No, okay.
outside.
Okay. I am not athletic, guys. Sorry, you're gonna have to give me time.
You're chasing after behind Althea, just sucking wind. Oh,
Jeez.
sir,
She
I'm
moves,
coming.
she moves so fast.
And I can't
So
spare the
fast.
dying one that one carrying gun.
Oh, he's just
captured one.
unconscious. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
And seeing as Green is still there, she's gonna glance at it and she's gonna go, I'm going to give you a 5-second chance to run away like your little friend did. Do you want to take it or do you want to die too?
Throws his crossbow down and leaps out through the front window. And
She
we
just-
are out of combat.
She just smirks and then she turns to Ari and she's like looking him over and she goes, are you Are you okay? Does it hurt bad?
Maybe a little kiss might make it feel better. And he breaks off the shaft and then works the point out.
Brave man.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great.
Althea,
got
you
one
and Joyblade come bursting in through the doors of the barn to find Arabella and Ari making out again.
And a dead body on the floor.
Yeah, and a dead body, 2 dead bodies on the floor.
2.
The one that Arabella hellish rebuked to kill, and the one that Ari decapitated.
Oh, okay.
There's just a burned bunny on the floor and then a decapitated one.
Oh,
They got-
jeez. Okay.
Yeah, you got it under control, I see. You should be fine.
How many hit points do you need, Arabelle?
9. Oh wait, no. Math.
Yeah, you took 9.
Yeah, 9.
I'd like to remind people we're about the long rest.
I'm sure you are.
That's what we
Oh,
think.
no! Oh, no! Sure you are, he says.
Oh.
Damn it. Oh. I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
I'm
Bad,
gonna
Ashley. Bad.
I'll turn to the group. I'm gonna give a little finger guns to Ari, and I'll cast Healing Word at him at first level, and I'll let you guys know. Like I'm gonna turn around and find Saya. We caught one of these rabbit people. She should have him tied up. We should also find Avon while we're at it.
I'm gonna go find Avon.
As you're talking about that, Avon comes in dragging a Harengon behind him, wrapped in the gold chain of Peacekeeper. And a moment later, Saya comes in the same with a tied up Harengon as well.
Oh. Okay, good.
Well. Is everybody just in the mood for some fun?
No, not really. This one tried to go ahead and bribe me with some carrot wine.
Should we?
Bribe for what?
Yes.
Althea
For what?
Althea motions to a spot next to a place in the barn and says, "Set them down over there. I have some words to say."
Yeah, Althea, I'm not going to pretend to be you again. I seem to have started a war.
Would
Um,
Althea, would you like to say your piece, and would you like to see if I can maybe pull some information from them based on the questions you asked them?
Althea looks at them with a really
I think we know what they were
stern
doing.
look and says, "I think that they will be more than willing to talk. Won't you?"
Oh, I have a trick. Let me. I've been wanting to do this out of character for a while, but I'm gonna try it in character. Let me see if I can. I'll grab the one that Avon brought in. Let me see if I can inspire a bit of fear in him that will make him be more willing to speak with you. And you'll see Joyblade put his hands on both sides of the Harengon's head, and his mouth will start moving like he's talking, but you won't hear anything. And it's just kind of talking, and I will use words of terror on that one. And just projecting it straight into his mind. So what I'm going to do is I want him to be completely terrified of not answering Althea. All of the horrible things he can imagine would happen will happen if he doesn't tell her what she wants to know.
You watch Joyblade just kind of mutter, staring into the eyes of this Harengon for a while. The Harengon seems to get paler and paler. His ears start to droop as his pupils dilate until it gets to the end of it. And Joyblade looks over to you, gives you a nod like he's done a job well done. And you watch the Harengon fall back, clutching at its chest.
Oh, shit, I killed him.
Damn it!
I went too far. Sorry.
You gave it a
That
heart
was-
attack.
I
Oh.
just, all right. Then I'll look at the other one and go, keep that in mind when she asks you questions.
The other one looks at you like, you're saying freaked out as hell. I was like, we'd answer all your questions, princess. There's no reason we
I
wouldn't.
mean, we know what they wanted. They were here to force you to marry the prince.
I figured it was something like that.
But why
And
would they
kill
tell?
Ari because we were too convincing.
Enough.
What?
What convincing? What do you mean convincing?
Quick, kill him.
That's up.
Althea walks over
Althea.
to the Herringon and says, "Tell me why you're here. Your side of the story."
We was ordered by Prince Pyseros to enact ritual of Typhel. A couple of us were to capture you, princess, to carry you back to the prince for your marriage under the old rites. The other half of us was supposed to kill the interloper over there. He nods his head at Ari. No, standard stuff.
And how did you know where we were?
I would highly suggest you answer the lady's question.
That was
Prince
an out of
has
character.
No, it wasn't an out of character.
Oh,
He goes, the prince has a lock of your hair.
Oh.
Hmm.
See, this is why
I want a
don't like
history
monogamy.
check.
Cool. What do you want a history check for?
Did he take it directly from me, or did he find her hair on the ground?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think a history check's going to tell you that. Actually, go ahead and roll the history check.
10.
10. You don't recall a time in which he probably could have gotten a lock of your hair from other times. So it seems most likely that he found your hair after you severed it. That's the only explanation you can come up with at any rate.
She looks at the Herringon and says, does the prince listen to your input?
If I say no, are you going to kill me?
What reason do I have to kill you?
That's not an answer.
Let's put it this way. If he would have killed you, he would have done so already.
This is the one that she knocked out earlier, right?
This is the one that you knocked out earlier, yeah.
Yeah. If I wanted to kill you, I would have done so already.
He's the prince. I'm just hired help.
Well then, hired help.
It kind of looks at you and goes, does the prince take your input into anything?
Ugh.
Why would he take mine?
Makes a good
I
point.
think it's time for you to find some new employment. Now get your butt out of here.
Where you choose to go after this is up to you. But if I see you again attempting to enact this ritual, it will not be the dull of my blade that catches your neck. Do you understand?
I understand, Princess Althea.
I will look to the Herringon, and I will speak in Thieves' Cant and ask him if he knows it.
I know it.
I will slip him 10 gold and go, never return. Do you understand me? The eye is watching you, and its gaze is ever present. Do not test me. And I untie him with my blade and go, now go.
He takes it, pockets the gold, looks over his shoulder at you, Avon, and back in Thieves' Cant goes, I'd worry about the eyes watching you and the gold on your head. And he disappears into the night.
He He just kind of
we know
scoffs. He's
people are
like,
after us.
"Oh, that was in Thieves' Camp."
Yeah, no, that was out of character.
Oh yeah. Avon is completely well aware that there are people that want him dead. So
Althea looks at the 2 bodies on the floor and says, "Those are the only 2 that died, right? Well, 3.
3 bodies on the floor.
Yeah, there were 2 others, but they ran away like the little cowards they were.
Avon will retract the bolas. Well, apparently they can find out where you are, Althea.
Althea pinches the bridge of her nose and begins searching the bodies for any sort of sign of their names.
Good luck with the one that's burned.
Yeah, me.
Makes point.
You go searching their bodies, and you find in a small little piece on the inside of their coats. There's like an inside shirt pocket that you pull out, and each of them just has this small little ivory tooth that is inlaid with sylvan runes for their name.
She nods, noting the name for each of them, and begins dragging their bodies outside.
Does she
Uh,
pick up the head that's decapitated, or is she like kicking it along?
Like a soccer ball.
See, that's a head we don't need to bring anywhere. Yeah.
Althea is going to lay them in a row outside.
Unless you
And
did want to send it back to the prince as a message. I mean,
Oh,
it wouldn't be a diplomatic one so much.
Althea goes to the chieftain's hut
Mhm.
and knocks on the door. She's
She
carrying the head of the severed head of the Herringon.
She opens it. Oh my God! What is this? My lord, that rabbit must have been huge.
There are 3 bodies in the field. Please make sure that they are buried properly.
Oh, okay.
If anyone comes through asking what happened, they died honorably.
She nods her head.
She hands her the 3 tooths and explains the name on each one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your help. And she'll go back to the barn, put her sword back in the fire,
Mm-hmm.
move her bedroll to sleep next to the fire and her sword. She'll kind of sit there and mourn before entering her trance.
Cool. Any other activities for this night before we move on?
Nope, not for me.
Proposition, Joy Blade, probably.
He'll accept.
Okay.
Addiction
Yeah,
roll?
Avon's.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Avon's not exactly feeling great after all that.
She has that bone dagger that apparently Balthazar sent her, like in her boot.
Yeah. If need be, I'll take the watch outside. Purse in mind.
All
Especially
right.
that.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next day then. As you guys are mounting up, getting all of the stuff put on your horses, getting your saddles settled, and your bags filled up. And Beltred comes out to you guys as you're on your way out. She goes, just wanted to thank you all one more time for what you've done for the village and for protecting us from these giant rabbit monsters that came attacking last night. Still not sure what that's all about. And especially about those weird ivory teeth. By the way, Miss Arab Althea, those teeth disappeared from my home last night.
I want to roll a history check to see if that's common.
Okay.
Well,
12.
You have
They don't disappear naturally. Most likely, someone came back to collect them.
either way, she's not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
She nods and says, "That's fine."
One other thing I thought of, I decided I would give to you all. You all seem like you're on some kind of dangerous adventure, and my son had this made for him some time back, and he won't be needing it, and I don't feel right keeping it in the house. So I want you all to take this and make use of it. I think he would have liked that. And she holds up this object in her hands that's kind of wrapped in this cloth.
What is it?
Let me find it here.
And who is she holding it up to?
She's kind of holding it out in general, so whoever wants to come collect it can.
Okay.
Let me find it here. I thought I had it on my phone.
Saya is expecting Althea to take it because you've done the most interaction with her.
I don't know, it might be for Joyblade.
Who knows? That's half the fun.
if it's something sinister, then yeah, probably me. But it doesn't sound like it. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
You're not exactly the only sinister one in the
That's
group.
very true. Yeah, we're
I was just thinking that, but just didn't say anything.
yeah. If it's anything kind of heart or blood related, that's gonna be Katya for sure.
And shadows are totally nice,
Shadows.
heroic.
If it's a
Sinister.
holy object, then it's
half
Ari.
sinister, half fey, and one who knows what.
It's just a bunch of things smashed together like a kid's really bad art project with glue and stuff. It seems
And my baby totally isn't chaotic evil.
If it's a magnifying glass, it's gotta be Avon's.
Avon.
Oh, that's an easy guess. That one. And there we go. I have opened up a new channel in the Discord for the party magical items. You guys can take the ones that I've already given you and add them here if it makes it easier for you guys to find them. I recommend putting
Yay.
your name with the pictures of the items to makes it easier for you guys to scroll to. But here is what she hands you guys.
Ooh, that's cool.
Spellbreaker, War Pick,
Hmm.
Sylvan language, the word for cold iron. Deals extra damage to Fae and spellcasters.
It also
I-
can help when hitting a creature who's concentrating, and it can absorb certain magic,
That's pretty cool.
causing it to deal extra damage on a next hit.
War pig. That's really cool.
I think Ari should take that.
I was gonna say either any
Yeah,
any of
like
you
Chloe.
any of you frontliners that like to
So
get up
a
into
war
space-
pick is. I'm trying to remember if war picks are the large ones or the small melee weapons.
They're like a medium weapon, usually one-handed.
Yeah, I think they're one-handed.
So Althea could use it, I think.
It's
we
true.
could- I think most of us could use it. It just whoever wants to get up and hit the spellcasters with it, that would be my vote.
Or who just wanted
Yeah.
to be able to use it to like hit something and break a magic item or magic effect.
Yeah.
Because out of combat, it would work for that too. It's basically an anti-magic tap or anti-magic hammer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like you're under a spell.
Althea's gonna go ahead and reach out and grab it. She's not going to equip it for the time being. But she will take it and put it on her pack and say, "We will find a use for this."
She gives a nod, and you guys ride your horses out of the village, continuing on your way to Grisal. About 2 days later, you arrive outside the halls of Grisal, just as you were told. A fortress like other dwarf holds, forged here and formed right into the side of the mountain. The massive doors flanked by these two enormous dwarven statues, one male, one female. As you guys trot your horses in, you see, it's a lively, decent-sized metropolis out here, right on the edge of the mountain range. So while it is predominantly dwarf, there are a few other races that are mingling here and there. You can see off in the distance, there's a marketplace. There's a couple inns off, like being in any other city, really. Except, most of the architecture here is just made out of stone. So with that said, you have 3 names of people who might be able to help you. What's the plan?
Let's see here.
Well, I suppose we.
Oh, we
start
didn't get a
asking around.
seduction roll. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Do you need a seduction roll? As you hooked up with? Where did you hook up with Joyblade at? You don't have separate rooms.
We
You guys
were
just
all
sleeping
in
in the
one.
barn.
Possibly outside.
Possibly.
Probably outside.
All right.
Yeah, this seems valid.
Yeah.
This seems valid.
It seems valid. I believe, Joyblade would tell you, I really need to introduce you much closer to the other members of the carnival.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah, it's a good one.
Joyblade's a swinger, confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So is Saya.
Yeah.
How many times has Joyblade tried to proposition the entire party? Like, all right, let's just all do this together, right?
I just figured we'd get it out of the way. It's bound to happen,
No,
folks.
Saya
Arabella's
does not
down.
want everybody, but she definitely doesn't want to be kidnapped and made into a bride. That's horrible.
Okay, so
I was
we're at
looking in my notes. That's what I was
we're-
about to do.
we're at the city. We have the 3 names. Do we want to actually out of character? I know Brian, you said you wanted to get equipment. Did we want to make our way towards like getting equipment and like on the way ask for these 3 names and see where we go closest? Or
Remember, one of them lied about having gotten rid of the ghouls, and I'm wondering if that was the Glimmerstone guy.
oh, that's
If
right.
maybe
That was the
he's
Glimmerstone one,
actually
yeah. And we
working
can-
for the ghouls.
We could do the shopping on the roleplay out of game
Totally.
during the week.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so Glimmerstone. Do we want to start with Glimmerstone then, out of character? Does anyone else have any like preference?
Arabella would want to get to speak to that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Althea is agreeing.
We want you reading that one's mind. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah. Well, good thing. Yeah, I got my spells. Let's do it.
Which one was this one again? Is that the human one or?
No,
No, this
No,
is one of
this
the
was one of
dwarves.
the dwarfs.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
human one was the
Oh, Joy.
Harlow Macchione.
He was the sketchy
that's
one,
that.
right?
Yes.
The one who
No,
could get. Yeah. Okay.
Glimmerstone is the sketchy one.
Well, no, wasn't the
The
human the
boss
one
was
that?
Glimmer-
The human is sketchy.
Okay, but he's the
Okay.
one that could get us
Okay.
stuff that we like if we
Yeah.
needed something. Okay.
Harlow-
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to black
Harlow,
market stuff.
Sorry.
yeah, Harlow
Yeah,
has the
sketchy, I
name
meant.
and profession of a Sicilian, so
Yeah.
Machiavellian. Okay, let's go for Glimmerstone then.
Althea's
Let's-
gonna. She said that Glimmerstone was with the guard, right?
Glimmerstone is with the guard that does most of the patrols along the mountain ranges.
Oh, that just complicated it so much for Arabella. Okay.
As we enter, I'm gonna turn to Ari, remembering that that's the guard and that he's a pretty upstanding, charming fellow, and say, Ari, the guard seems like it might be your strong suit. I don't really like authority. I'm happy to back you up if needed, but I feel like perhaps you should take the lead on asking these questions and asking around. I can read his mind as needed to see if he's telling the truth, but perhaps you should take the lead on this one.
Sounds good.
Are there wanted posters?
There are.
Here?
Yeah, why wouldn't there be?
Okay.
Oh.
There are wanted posters.
Nice.
Who's on the posters?
Yeah,
Yeah,
are we on
that's
the
a
posters?
completely different question.
Are we on the wanted posters here?
Avon obviously is on the wanted posters front and center. Also
Okay.
being like one of the freshest ones put out here. Angie, what was the name of the servant role? Jenny, right?
Yeah.
There's a wanted poster for Jenny.
Well, that answers that question
And that's it for
as
now.
to whether she was burned or not.
Okay. Good call, Ashley. Good call.
Althea decides not to go flaunting around her title here.
It would appear that we should perhaps
Exercise caution.
exercise a little bit of caution. Saya, you want to do some of your work on Avon here?
Avon? Yeah.
Avon doesn't
Definitely.
need help. Avon's
It
Does
needs
he
to look
already
like something
know-
other than Avon, that's for sure.
Yeah. Does he already have a disguise kit? Is he already able to do that?
I
or-
already have one, but
Okay.
thoughts I could
You have
probably use with a
expertise.
full
Yeah.
full makeover.
I'll
Because oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll give you a hand, Saya. Go ahead.
All right, Saya has expertise. So
Well, you got it. And he walks away.
what stat goes with this, Brad?
Goes with what?
No, you can still goes with
I'm kidding.
my disguise kit on
Goes
Avon.
with your disguise kit. You can either use charisma or dexterity for it.
We'll go charisma. So I'm not being assisted, so I don't
No,
have
I am.
advantage.
I was teasing. I was just
Okay.
teasing. I'll help you. Yeah, I was teasing.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's
26.
the
26.
26.
Pretty good.
Who did we disguise?
Avon.
Avon.
Avon. Okay. Avon's done very. Avon's own mother wouldn't recognize him right now.
Cool.
Cool. You disguise whatever you need to, apparently.
Yeah. I think I'll just try to warm up your features, make you look more like another elf that's not a Shadar Kai. You know, like more like Ari.
Okay,
A
so
lot
blending
like
this
Ari. Like you could be his brother.
then. Okay.
Good luck getting that glitter to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw some gold dust on you, like sparkly elf.
Althea's gonna offer to go with Ari.
Well, I think we're all going together, right?
Were we not all going?
Oh, okay.
I think we're all going together, but my suggestion was like Ari take the lead in like asking the questions because he's a soldier, and then if we
Before
do
we-
talk to Glimmerstone, I would try to read his mind while Ari just spoke with him.
Before we go all the way in, would it be better if I was human?
Probably.
Do you think? All right, I'll be
maybe.
human. I'm gonna be Shade. Brad, I give you the info on that one, and I
Yeah,
will
I
post.
got them all rolled into your token.
Okay, cool. I'll post a picture for the other players to see. Kind of bad girl looking, short red hair, and I will post lots of
Aww.
tattoos. Lots of tattoos.
Damn it.
Why damn it? Okay, here it is. Oops.
Is it damn it because that's Althea's type?
I was going to say, does Althea's heart skip a beat?
I don't actually have the spiked collar. Well, I might have it in my disguise kit. I might have some weird shit in there. So, yeah. But I think the tattoos I can just make when I change my appearance. So.
All right, so we're going to the guards.
Going to the guards, you ask around a bit about where you might find Havard Glimmerstone. A few people tell you, oh yeah, captain of the Graveslayers. Yeah, he should be down over at the Great Hall near the barracks, and they give you directions to him. Ari, this immediately clicks in with you as they say these Graveslayers. Graveslayers are not quite paladins. They're pretty close though, and they do receive blessings from the sun god. It allows them to channel holy power into their weapons, and these guys hit undead with their weapons. The undead do not come back up again.
Oh God! I just got very nervous all of a sudden.
And you would also know that I'm not sure what Ari's position on these guys would be, but these guys are fanatical about, carrying the sun god's light and slaying undead with it.
Arabella's going to be warming up her features, not looking so.
You need some help
Yeah.
also?
No.
Oh.
Remember, she didn't like when you tried to help her the first time.
Oh, okay.
I'll look
Did I
at
not do a good job on Ava?
Arabella and I'll just go.
Looks
Do
a
you
little
want
hurt.
me to help you?
I am good with makeup. I am okay. Wait. I'm gonna roll this check like you guys did.
Come on.
Does everybody but me have a disguise kit? Is this what's going
No,
on here?
Althea
I'm
does
not.
not.
Yeah, I'm not disguised either.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Look,
You should have let me do it.
Fine, get over here and.
Arabella uses
Look.
way too much blush trying to get some color in her
You
features.
look like Raggedy Ann. Oh
Just
no. Well, don't worry, I can fix it. I can
give
fix
me a
it.
second.
a kid who found mom's lipstick for the first time.
Let
and-
me do it. This is what I do. Okay. Come on, you liked me a little bit before.
I still
Trust
do
me,
like you.
okay? 15.
Just- I
15,
already
yeah.
had knowledge that this wasn't a friendly area for myself.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah,
I
things
put
are.
that rouge spread around a little better. Now
Make me look like I have a beating heart, please.
you look alive. I don't. You still look a lot like you. I think with 15, it's not the complete transformation like Avon, but
Wait, you know
hopefully
what?
that's enough to make you look alive.
I think I've got a picture I can get for it. Go ahead.
What was that?
I was saying I'm pretty sure I have a picture I could use that'll work.
Yeah.
Mm. You guys can go on ahead. I'm just trying to find it.
Guys, continue on and head over here to the barracks of the Graveslayers. You coming around, you see there's several of them out in the training yard going through practices, swinging these massive blessed battle axes that are lit to you, Ari, as you can just see they seem to emit sunlight almost with their swings and have like this ion trail behind them.
Nice. Impressive.
See, one of them looks over to you, full dwarven, long beard. He kind of has his hair in that like swept over kind of cut. And like looks at you and just there's like a moment of connection between the two of you. You see, he can see the divinity in you as well. Well met, brother. Well met. And it comes over, offers you a handshake.
I shake his hand.
It's very, very firm, very hard handshake. He goes, I tell you, Havard Glimmerstone. Good to meet you, lad.
Ah, you're Howard. We were looking for you. Good to meet you. I am Ari. Ari Galathiel.
Oh, Galathiel, always happy to see another follower of the Sun God. What can I do for you?
Well, we were on our way up here from Zobek and came across some ghouls. And a lady, our
Stromberg.
character, what the heck was her name? What?
Stromberg was the name of the village.
Stromberg. Yeah.
The village, yeah.
Lady Stromberg had mentioned that she thought you had taken care of all the ghouls in the area. But at any rate, we found, unfortunately, her son and one of his friends succumbed to the ghouls. We've dispatched the ghouls since, but
As Ari says that, can I just surface level read his thoughts to see as he brings up the fact that hey, there were ghouls still
You
around.
surface thoughts with him, and you just hear him go, "Fuck, there was more than one group."
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
I'll
Go ahead.
relay that to Ari just so I want to try to give him the upper hand on speaking with this guy. So as soon as I pick it up, I'll send it to Ari and be like, "Oh, there, look, I don't know if he did it on purpose, but there was more than one group. He might have just
You
missed them."
hear that, and you're kind of lean in to whisper something over to Ari, and you're still connected into his thoughts. So you hear him go, "How come that one hasn't taken a breath yet?" And his eyes are on Arabella.
I will.
Oh,
I will
no.
Trained to spot these kind of people, Rosie.
as I
I did
disconnect.
not roll high enough. I'm sorry.
As I disconnect from him and I'm gonna relay it to Ari, hey, look, there was more than one group. He's also zeroing in on Arabella, and I'll just can I nonchalantly step up so that I'm kind of blocking his direct eye line of Arabella, and then just also try to introduce myself, to try
Yeah.
to I don't yeah I'll do that. I'll just send it to Ari and then cozy up and try to block his eye line. Joyblade, pleasure to meet you. This is all very impressive what you've got going on here. So you encountered the ghouls as well, it sounds like.
There was a pack of them through the mountains. They were acting like regular travelers, but they came upon this farmer's daughter. I guess they fuckers couldn't resist. We we were too late catching up with them. But we managed to bring them all down. And one of them had this charcoal sketch of a man, and he pulls out a piece of parchment from his belt and shows it to you, and it's identical to the one that you guys found. Don't know who he is. Mustache on him. Looks Krakovan to me. Noble have to be. Only nobles would have a mustache that fucking ridiculous. But we've been having lots of Krakovans coming across the border looking for sanctuary lately. Yeah. I don't know. You might find more about that in one of the other northern cities.
indeed, indeed.
And I'm sorry, perhaps you can elaborate a bit. What were they seeking asylum from? What were they trying to get away from?
There's upheaval going on over that. The Imperium is on the move. They're pushing up against the borders.
The Imperium?
The Ghoul Imperium.
I want to. Arabella's been pretending to breathe, and puts her hood over her head a bit more. But upon hearing that, she kind of, I feel like she kind of shifts out of it for a moment.
Roll me a deception check, Arabella.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Inspiration. Let me use my. Let me use my action point. Damn it! I keep forgetting that I have to say it before.
He's got a +2 on wisdom checks.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Heck.
Okay. Rules. Is that all that brings you here, brother?
Well, we're on the trail. We were in Zobek not long ago, and we encountered some of the Ghoul Imperium, working with some folks from the Duchy of Morgau. And so we're chasing that down. And one of us got word that maybe we could find some assistance or knowledge or something like that in Grisal. So that's why we're here. And when the lady just south from here mentioned your name, it was like, that's maybe who we should come speak to first. So here we are, at your service, my lord.
Well, I've been fighting the zombies, skeleton ghouls, and even worse in those marches for years. Tell you a fair bit of how to fight the living dead, but not much about the rest of the stuff. Tell you who does though. Treyhild Shardspike dedicated her life to studying the enemies across the borders in the Blood Kingdoms and the Ghoul Imperium. She's got a study about 6 levels down from here. She don't particularly like to talk to strangers, but because you did a service to one of our villages, be happy to give you a letter of introduction.
I very much appreciate that, my lord.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. And he like claps you on the back and kind of like pulls you into him. I don't want to alarm you, brother. And he like whispers into your ear, but I'm pretty sure there's a vampire with you. Act natural. I'll start to lead you towards the barracks. I'm going to signal the other brothers. We're going to surround her. We'll take care of her before she knows what's up.
Shit.
Leave her alone for now. She has some ends that we're going to use to crack this thing that we're searching for up in Morgau when we get there.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
Come on, Ari.
19,
19.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be a disadvantage because letting a undead live is so antithesis to themselves.
Silvery barbs. No, I'm just kidding.
No!
I will. Stop.
You see,
None
you
of it
say
makes
that to him,
sense.
he kind of looks at you, goes, I got you, brother. You use that one to lead you to the other ones. Bait within the trap. Oh, brilliant, brother, brilliant.
Brandon
all
just
right.
sort of does the thumbs up,
Mm-hmm. He goes,
Even the entire
hidden away
time
from
has
the rest
had
of the
his
group. Yep, you got it.
Even the entire time has had his hands behind his back, and one of his hands is on his pistol, just in case, because he can see everything that's going on. He could read your guys' lips.
Yeah. See, there it goes. Give me a moment, brother. Let me go get you a letter of invitation, and then you'll all be on your ways. He says, you have place to stay while you're here in town.
We have
yet.
not secured anything yet.
There's a fine inn called the Dented Tankard on the west side. You tell them you're a member of the fraternity of Sun God soldiers. They give you a discount.
Poor Arabella.
Thank you, my lord.
It's fantastic. He claps you on the shoulder again, and he goes off to go get you a letter.
I'm just imagining my shadow like making gagging gestures, like, you have to pretend to
It's
be all
behind
sunshine.
him at one point, like making the ooh shit noise gestures.
Althea's looking around. What are the rest of the... What were they called?
Graveslayers.
Yeah.
They had stopped a little bit when you guys came in there, but it was more of a cursory thing. You see, most of them that had stopped had a lot of attention more focused on Ari. He seemed more interesting to a lot of them than the rest of you are. The rest of you just got kind of like a cursory glance. But now most of them had gone back to their training.
Most of them, not all of them.
Not all of them.
What are the rest of them doing?
A few other ones are just kind of looking at Ari, and they're like, you can see they're talking to each other and kind of like gesturing at his armor and his gear.
Oh, okay. Althea
So
takes a short sigh of relief.
There's one that's got his eye on you.
Damn it.
And as
Okay.
you're looking at him, you're tracking his eyesight. He's not really focused on you. He's really interested in your sword, though.
The one with the butterfly on it?
Both of them have the butterfly on them,
Oh, okay.
but the Aldari blade, yeah, that's the one he's got an eye on.
I forgot how I got the Aldari blade.
You got that from the fortune teller at the
okay.
carnival, who was also a student of your master.
Mm-hmm.
But that blade also came from your master. That's why it has his butterfly stamp on it as well.
Okay, I was
You know, it was a
wondering.
butterfly. It was flamingo.
No, Althea's emerald blade is got a butterfly outcropping.
Oh, okay. I
front
thought we
of
were
the
talking about the blades little insignia it has in it.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Althea's gonna break away from the group and approach this guard. Does he do anything?
He kind of straightens up a bit as you come to him, and he gives you like a nod of respect. Milady,
Greetings.
something I can do for you?
I see you eyeing my sword.
Aye, it's a beautiful piece of craftsmanship. I wonder, wouldn't be too presumptuous if I could have a look at it?
She hesitates for a moment before drawing it slowly, letting the blade ring through the air.
You pull it out and you just kind of hold it aloft. Don't hand it to him, but you hold it out broadway so you can get a good look at it. Impeccable craftsmanship. The elves, they do good work from time to time. Not as good as a dwarven sword, they say, but acceptable.
This is another dwarf, right?
Yeah, all the
Okay.
Grey Slayers are dwarves.
It hasn't let me down yet.
You going heading through town looking to slay some zombies?
I'm looking to keep my friends safe.
He gives another deep nod. A fine goal. A fine goal. Many of us, he gestures out to his brothers. Many of us joined with the same intent: to do the bad, to let others live the good.
That statement really rings true with Avon.
Can Avon hear
He's
it?
kind Like he can read lips.
Okay.
Doesn't
If read
need to
lips,
hear
and
it.
he's got his 25 passive perception.
Yeah. It's a mantra that Avon really has ever since he spent time in prison. Is sometimes you need to do what's necessary in order for you to get the job done. And he just kind of nods at it. It's good
He
saying.
kind of looks you up and down a bit out there, and he goes, "Would you like to train with us?"
I would.
Picks up his battle axe and flips it over onto his shoulder. He goes, "Come along then. Let's see what you got."
She follows.
Cool. While that's going on, Havard comes back to you, Ari, and hands you a letter. Here you go. Like I said, about 6 floors down. You'll go ahead. Show the note to the guards at the entryway. Go to the subsections. They'll let you through.
Thank you very much, my lord Howard.
You too, brother. Hey, Drinks at the tavern, that the dented tank are on me tonight, huh?
Excellent. See you there tonight then, huh?
All right, all right. So you take the letter and you look over. You see Althea is now joined with the group doing their training.
How's she faring?
You're faring all right. Right now. They're going through like motions for stuff. It's a little different for them because they're wielding battle axes. You're wielding single hand sabers, but you're kind of like going through the motions with them and starting to make small adjustments so that you can make the same motions with like you're swinging both sabers at the same time instead of one after the other.
Right.
Can I mess with them a little bit with my shadow?
Yeah.
Just kind of trip them up and distract and stuff. Hopefully, nothing that expends like my channel divinity or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, just for fun.
They just have fun as a few little of them trip over here at one point. Then another point, someone gets angry because someone spills a drink on them that wasn't even near them a moment ago.
Okay,
Okay.
Milady,
gotta serve my deity a little bit once in a while.
Althea looks over to Ari.
we're ready to go talk to this other person. If you
All right.
are ready to go.
Althea sheathes her blades, nods respectfully to the dwarves, and walks away towards Ari.
If you wish to come back and learn some fancy footwork that maybe might even work for an elf like you, find your way back here.
I'll think on
Almost
it.
a fancy footwork. She might teach you a thing or two.
Ha!
Althea does a spin.
You do that, you see that one laughs, it goes, watch this. And it gestures to one of the other ones. The other one comes in, they both come two at a time at him, and they swing, and in one, he twists his blade in, does a full pirouette, and emplaces himself with another one of the dwarves, and ends up causing them to take the hit.
Hmm.
Impressive, my lord. Impressive.
Usually we use it for the opposite effect. You slip in place of your friend, then you take the blow for him. The bravest way a man can die
Is
is
for
saving his
friend.
friend's life. Yes, yes. She gets it.
I've done that.
You've died saving someone's
No,
life.
no, the strategy they're talking about.
I don't think she's died yet.
I,
I
And
hope
hopefully
not.
not for a very long time, as elves measure time.
Althea
Wow.
kind of grumbles under her breath. Elves.
so
And our fey cousins as well.
So again, I shout out again. You want to learn a real dance, milady? You come back here, we'll teach you.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on. You guys head down 6 floors on your way to find the sage. Let's stop, check in with a few guards who check your letter of introduction. Pass you down till finally you come to a small unmarked door. Who's at the front? Is it Ari?
I would say so.
Yeah. Ari, you give 3 knocks on the door, and you hear it click as the door is unlocked. No answer, so you just kind of push it open. The smell of dusty books hangs thick in the air to this large study. Excuse me. The walls are covered from floor to ceiling with bulging bookshelves. Tomes, scrolls, and loose paper are piled on top of even more books upon shelves, on the floor, and every other place it seems it can be managed. The few places that don't have books have these bizarre, grotesque items instead. The misshapen skull of a ghoul, the withered hand of a human, a pair of shriveled eyes that float in a liquid glass vessel. Over off to the side, a female dwarf of advanced years, her beard gray and wispy, peers over at you from the top of horns-rimmed spectacles. She chews on a pickled egg that she plucks from a jar that's way too close to that jar of eyes. Ah, what is it? What are you here for?
Good evening. I was told
Huh?
that,
You speak up, dear. I'm rather deaf.
hello. I can't actually speak up that loud because I'm
Yeah,
annoying my
I
wife.
don't want you to either. You're gonna blow out all of our ears. But yeah.
Just start shouting, Brandon.
Yeah, Ari's speaking up here. We were told that you might have some information, be able to help us out a little bit. I just quickly relay all the stuff about Zobek and the Ghoul Imperium and Morgau and and why we're now here in Grisal.
Dark times loom over us. Need to stave off the Imperium. The only way to do that would be if someone could grab hold of the holy robes of the Sister Adelind. Now that was an adventurer there. She once slew the vampire lord Otmar the Sallow at Yardersburg. Oh,
I
then
roll
she was.
history on that.
Yeah, sure.
Same.
Do you want to know if that's true?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool.
Okay.
How long ago was that?
Sometime.
Would Avon have been alive?
I don't think so. I think it's a little bit longer than that.
Okay. More than
Would
140 years?
More than 100 years, yeah.
Okay, cool.
would that be like a descendant of Arabella?
No.
Okay.
It was when one vampire lord is slain, this was before the time of the kings.
Okay. Gotcha. You may continue.
Yeah. Yeah. Drew down the vampire lord, and then, surrounded by slavering ghouls, she impaled two of them with a single thrust of her spear. Took a longsword, slayed them all forward. She's like standing up and gesturing wildly with a quill. And then, as the ghouls grabbed and clawed at her sheet, one of them tore part of the hem of her bright blue robes she wore beneath her chainmail. On she fought, but there were too many. They pulled her to the ground, feasted upon her. But after the battle, one of her fellow shield maidens found the scrap of her robe in the mud, retrieved it, fled into hiding. Later, the faithful followers of Sif placed the holy robes in a reliquary to keep them safe. When the paladin bearing the relic came under attack from the pack of ghouls, she unleashed the newly awakened divine powers of the robes, destroying every one of them. I like that story.
It's not exactly a
Gee,
story.
I like it too.
It's more history. But it's
Why
good.
didn't the robes protect her before she died?
They were not holy before she died. She died valiantly in service to the goddess, slaying the unrighteous. And so she was martyred, and her robes, the only piece to survive, became holy.
Right.
Blessed by the goddess Sif.
Yeah. That makes sense. Never mind.
Truly.
Yeah, her shadow is pretty grossed out, like showing
Mhm.
her, like, no, martyrdom.
Who's
today.
standing the closest to Arabella?
Althea.
Yeah, I'd
I
probably
would.
be. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. What I was gonna say might not work out if it's Althea next to her.
Well, you gotta say it
Anyway.
now.
Yeah, now you gotta go for it, anyways.
Oh.
Or at least tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that Arabella would likely kind of be grimacing and ends up going to put her head and like nuzzle it into the person's neck that's next to her. And then she sees it's Althea and she's like, no, that's not gonna fly. So whoever is next to her on the other side is the person she'll do that to.
Probably Avon.
All right, then yeah, she's just got her head nuzzled in your neck.
I just do the there.
Althea is the epitome of that old meme of, are you a big spoon or a little spoon? I'm a knife.
And Avon is a knife block.
bow?
Avon will be going by Brody.
Okay.
Okay.
Trehild,
Brad, at some point, Brad, you can just tell everyone to stop changing their names. It's well within your right. We got to get this under
You know what?
control. Every time we do a disguise, everyone's got a new name and stuff. I'm having trouble keeping up now.
Okay, I'm
That's
sorry,
fair.
but I am a changeling. It's she
That's
has.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And I'm actively being hunted. I can't be me.
I'm just disappointed you're not Sven.
Sven-
Yeah, what happened to Sven? I was wondering the same thing. And Joyblade, I named you Scar. Remember?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We got a thing for
That's one
names
of
this
your
campaign.
disguises.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Trehild moves around, pulling different books out and like flipping through them. The wrong one, and just like haphazardly tosses it away. Here. Truly, we do not know where the robes are currently located, but I have a theory that they should remain in possession of the Order of Knights of Sif, who still wage guerrilla warfare against the undead in Krakovar.
The Knights of Sif in Krakowa, huh?
Can I have a religion check? What I just to
Yeah.
see what I know about Sif. There it is. Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Jeez,
Damn.
I have never heard of Sif in my life.
Yeah. Avon would probably know about Sif though.
Now, Avon and Ari know a decent amount of about Sif.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first thing I want to know is how it's spelled.
SIF?
Yeah.
That's why, right?
The Norse god.
SIF.
Sorry.
Oh, the Norse god. Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. A
a
lot
there's
of the base Midgard gods are Norse ones.
Mhm.
Well, at least some of them, anyway. Anyway, so you might have hard time finding them. The knights often operate in secret, given that Krakovar is now under rule from the ghouls and also being encroached upon by the Duchy of Morgau. However, and she like flips a few more pages. I believe in the free city of Jolst, you might be able to find a temple of the Shield Maiden. The priest there can probably help you.
It's a long ride.
It's a long ride, yes. I might have some way of helping you, though. Come back tomorrow. I may have a solution to that.
Excellent. Excellent. I have a feeling that as I gain a little bit more experience, I will soon have a solution for long rides for me, but I won't be able to help anybody else on that.
All right, cool. So we're leaving.
Very good. Then we will see you tomorrow.
She already has fully lost interest in all of you and is steadfast going through other books and scrolls.
Just walk away from Sylvan. I just wonder, what is this romantic love of dying as a martyr? Ugh. I say in Sylvan again.
I have a feeling the lady knows Sylvan.
We'll find out. This was as we were walking away.
Ari's giving you a quizzical look, like, huh? Like, I kind of sort of understand some of those words because Elven is probably related a little bit, but I don't understand.
Yeah. She doesn't speak Elven. So,
Yeah,
far
it's like
better
it's sort
to
of like
be clever and
a
alive.
Spanish speaker listening to an Italian speaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some words, but not quite.
Far better to be clever and alive. Sigh.
Seems to be that way.
Althea says, "You know what? I'll catch up with the rest of you all. I'm going to go train with those dwarves."
Say, Sean.
Okay, I'm gonna go arrange for us to have rooms up at the what was it,
The dented tankard.
Dented tankard.
dented tankard.
Sounds like a fun place.
No, I'm gonna go see about trying to get some modifications done. I'll meet you there.
How many rooms should I arrange for us?
One big one.
And he winks at Arabella.
3 should
Yeah.
suffice.
Maybe 3. 1 room for the boring people. 2 rooms for some of the fun people.
Adjoining those, so if you feel like you don't want to be boring, just walk right in.
I guess with the boring ones out there.
Yes, you are. She smiles over at the 2 of you.
Good to be boring, so that way you're able to go ahead and figure out what we're going to do next.
I'll meet you at the tavern.
Got it.
You don't need company, Althea. You'll be all right.
You can come with me if you wish. But I figured you'd want to stay with Joyblade.
Well,
Well,
I would suggest that we do stick with our buddies. Nobody wander off alone.
I'll go with you, Ari, if Saya's going with Althea. That way we're at least some of us are together. No one's alone.
or is Avon going with her as the boring people?
It wasn't Avon getting equipment.
Avon's going for
Oh, yeah.
equipment.
I have no idea where Arabella's going. Wait,
Mhm.
was it ever like relayed to her what the other guy had said?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, that answers my question, so I don't need to say what's on my mind. Okay.
I'm honestly not that worried about anyone, but all right. I just, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be fighting a bunch of dwarves, and all of a sudden a bunch of Heron are gonna show up and take Althea away.
That's a good point. I better keep an eye on her.
Arabella, you might want to stick with me just in case somebody figures, notices anything, and
Has
Oh,
anybody noticed anything as of yet?
Joyblade,
Yes.
go with Avon so that he's.
Yeah,
What?
I'll go with Avon, and I'll say yes. They've certainly the lack of breathing thing is really giving it away.
I feel like she's trying to pull the whole, if you guys have seen Breaking Dawn Part 2, where Bella's like taking lessons on how to look human.
Trying
Yeah.
to keep moving your shoulders to simulate breathing.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Shade right now is human. That is
No,
me
I was
right now.
totally going. No, I was totally gonna say if it's been made notice to her, she would have pulled some rope out of her bag and been like, "Do I need to act the part?"
Act.
I don't think it was
Alright.
relayed. Okay, so I'm going with Althea, and I'm going to watch some fighting with some dwarves.
Ari
All right.
and Arabella, myself and Avon.
How do we
Do you-
contact each other if a bunch of Paragon do show up to?
I mean, I have
They're not
ways
going
of.
to come after you.
Well, I mean, It's true. They don't really want us. I have
think
ways of
I
reaching
think
out.
any two of us is going to be more than enough for Harengon, although I suspect that the next time something a little more powerful might come by. That's why I said two.
Well,
Um,
I can reach out to a handful of you should
Well,
an
I mean,
emergency come up.
I did fairly easily get rid of them before, but
Yeah.
Ari, she's nice. Ari, you've got to be careful.
We should be fine.
Althea is
this is a good
walking
group.
away.
Yeah, this is fine.
All right, I'm coming. Okay.
Cool. You guys spread up your 3 different ways. Althea, you return over to the barracks and training grounds for the Graveslayers. Back to learn some fancy footwork, are you, Elf?
Yep.
Fantastic. Let's get to work. Roll me 3 acrobatics checks.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
23, 7, and 16.
Cool. There's a couple of missteps and times that you fall as you're trying to learn this trick of stepping the way they do. But it starts to get easier as you start to remember your own training and how to be light on your feet. The dwarves do it in such a weird way because they're obviously not light on their feet, but somehow they figured out a way to be graceful in full heavy armor. By the end of it, you are sore, absolutely filthy, but you have a new ability.
Yes! Brave Sacrifice. When an ally within 5 feet is the target of an attack that I can see, I can swap places with the ally. I already have that.
Do you already have that?
I have Sentinel, don't I? Yeah. When a creature within 5 feet makes an attack against a target other than me, and that target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make an attack.
No, that's to make an attack against the attacking creature. That's for you to hit that creature. This lets you slip into place and take the hit instead.
Oh. Okay.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Let me just this other sacrifice.
It's gonna mutter to you when you get near her, like in Sylvan, that is fucking stupid. Do not ever do that. Shade, excuse me. Whoever I am.
I was actually kind of hoping for the ability to pull an enemy into my attack instead of, like, if I have 2 enemies within 5 feet of me, I can pull one of them and they'll take the hit for me. That's what I was hoping for.
That might be later.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shade says that would be a better thing to learn.
But at this state, I thought the bodyguard-like ability was more fitting.
I like this. Because this
Yes,
is what
out
I
of
was going
character,
for
yes.
with Sentinel, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of an evolution of your Sentinel abilities. Cool. Anyway, let's jump away from that group. Let's hop over to Avon and Joyblade. As you guys are over here in the Street of Steel, this section of massive forges that are just billowing. The heat here is oppressive to you, especially as you've been in the Zobek that's been under cold winter for the last couple of years. You've never been this hot in quite a while.
Okay. Avon will try to find a gunsmith.
Sure.
My question is, does Joyblade try to read Avon's thoughts?
I don't think he would try to read them, but I think he would be talking to you as we're going. Like he would be just sort of. I think he would bring up your fiance. He would talk about, oh, well, it seems I don't mean to pry. I'm trying this thing where I'm trying to get. I want to get to know you all a bit better. You, reasonably so, Avon, seem very serious and dire. I would just like to try to bridge the gap. Maybe I haven't had so much time to talk to you as I have some of the others.
Well, it's for obvious reasons. We've been preoccupied with other things.
That's true, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's you, maybe we don't have as much common ground, but even in our moments of quiet, I haven't been able to spend as much time learning what makes you tick. Even you've got a keen eye, you miss almost nothing, and you have family back in Zobek. This can't be how you want to be spending your time.
No, I would rather be home with my wife, my
So,
friends, and my contacts, and everything else that I actually hold dear and near to my heart. Instead, I'm stuck here with you and everyone else on the run, as I am currently being hunted down for a crime I didn't commit. So yes, I'm doing fine.
it makes a pretty good story, though, doesn't it? This is something you've got a long life, lots of stories. This is just another chapter. Maybe you should consider writing it all down someday.
Even doesn't stop walking, but if he could stop, he would literally be staring at you. It just goes, I'd rather not go ahead and close the book on another if I have the chance to.
I will. I want to read your mind. Ari got mad at me, but Ari's not here, so I'm gonna try to read your mind. When you say, "I don't want to close the book on another," I think Joyblade would be able to figure it out, but I want to do just a cursory read of the surface level thoughts of like what comes up for Avon when he says that.
Um, you see the front cover of a book that has the words Petra on it. And it is a closed, old, very tattered, blood-soaked book.
Joyblade will kind of look at you and tilt his head and say, "You have all the hallmarks of someone who's lost a person very dear to them. I've lost people too. Even should you wish to share your burden with, it doesn't have to be me. I'm sure myself and others in the group would listen, but part of what makes it difficult for us to give you a shoulder is you don't seem to seek it out. You're very private, which is you're right. But maybe think about it.
I'll take your words into consideration.
He'll
The
pat
best
you on
we're
the
gonna get from him.
he'll pat you on the back. He'll take it. Let's get that gun looked at. Maybe I can get one too. How great would it be, both of us just shooting away?
It's not as simple as you'd think, but it also is as simple as you think. There's a lot of intricacies, there's a lot of maintenance. It's not like a crossbow.
I mean, I'd love to learn, Avon. If I can afford one, perhaps you can show me how to use it.
The gun's a little different. So this one was custom made for me.
Quite fancy. I've seen you use it. Are you looking to change it? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I'm trying to figure out a way for me to be able to alter it. I don't want to change it. I want to find ways to make it better. Which technically would be considered altering it, but it's not. I don't want to alter the frame. I want to add something to it. I don't want to change what it is. I would rather add to it.
And he'll kind of look at your gun because he's never. I don't know. He appreciates the artistry in it, and he'll say, "Well, let's press on and find a gunsmith." And he'll reach out and snap his finger, and Mal will jump up, hop up on his shoulder, and he'll kind of let you lead the way. You're You've got the keen eyes. Let's see if you'll likely find it before I do. Let's try to get your gun modified for you.
Gotcha. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, two of you continue on and begin your little shopping spree. Let's jump away from over there and let's go check in with Ari and Arabella as you go to check into the rooms at the Dented Tankard. As soon as you open the doors to the place, Ari, it is a very lively bar downstairs. There's music being played. It's very kind of a rowdy crowd, as it seems like there's might have been like a shift ending as there's a bunch of people as all gather around. Almost all exclusively dwarves. Immediately, your eyes would track that almost all of them are like guards and fighters type deal.
Okay.
Very blue collar.
Surprise, surprise. I don't know. Will this be adequate for you, or should we find someplace else to stay?
Uh, I'm sure it would be adequate. Yeah, I have reason to be worried while here, worried more than I already previously was.
All right.
How many of the grave slayers do I see in here?
Right now, none of them. But given what you discussed earlier, probably this is like probably where they like to drink.
Yeah, maybe we should find someplace else to stay, but we do have to come back here in the evening to have a few drinks, or at least I do. You don't have to.
Yeah, if you're saying we should stay somewhere else, then I would not advise myself to be going
Let's go
along.
stay. Let's go stay someplace else. Let's find somewhere else to stay.
Yes. And just based upon knowing that he's suggesting somewhere else, she's gonna kind of grab his hand and just hold it and go, don't mind me. I'm just a girl's got to look out for herself.
Well, I fully intend on looking out for you as well, so
Let's
let's
find someplace else,
let's
please.
yeah, let's go somewhere else. And we will wander off and let's head to a little bit nicer section of town
Okay.
and see if there's another inn that might be
More suitable. Roll
more
me
suitable for the
investigation.
group. Investigation, you said?
Yeah, give me an investigation.
Oh, yeah. One of my one really bad scores. Arabella, help me out here.
Yeah. There we go.
Ari leads you on for a while, and he's like, "Maybe this inn will be nice." That was a museum.
She's just gonna be like, "Am I distracting you?"
I'm afraid you are. I'm afraid you are.
You get him back away, and you get him to a very nice inn called the Blue Opal.
See, this is the kind of place that I would suggest. Do you see any of your friends?
I'll take a look in, and what kind of clientele do I see?
They're way too fancy for any of them.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I
did
don't
not.
expect any of my friends to be here.
I did not use a fancy persona for this.
She
Quite the
just looks
opposite.
around and she kind of relaxes a bit, and uh, I think that it would feel much more cozy to her just because it'll kind of remind her of life back at home with her parents and everything. So yeah, she'll let go of his hand and just go like, yeah, this this will do. It's much better.
So I seek out the innkeeper and ask for 3 rooms.
You seek out the innkeepers. You go inside. The inside is beautiful ivory going around. Everything's got this very immaculate gold kind of accent at the edge points of things. And sitting behind the desk, taking all the order, is a crap. What's the name of the lion race? Lionels?
Leonin?
Leonin? Yeah,
Leonin.
Leonin.
Is an old Leonin. His mane is slowly turning a little gray, but still looks very regal and dapper in this 3-piece suit behind him. Ah, good day to you, sir. Checking in.
Good day, my lord. Yes, please. Can we get 3 rooms, please?
3 rooms. That will be 10 gold apiece.
Uh-oh. I hope I got some gold from folks, because I'm still looking at my original.
No, we have party loot. You would have whatever you
Arabella
needed.
would hand it over to them easily.
Okay, yeah, she takes that. Very good, then, lady. Here are your keys. The amenities in the taverns section are taken care of with charge for your room. Help yourselves. If you need anything else, please come see me. I am Herschel.
Thank you, Herschel. I have a feeling that ourselves and the associates here will quite enjoy this place.
Very good.
Thank you, my lord.
You're gathering up the things, you get the keys. Ari, you hear music playing from the tavern. Familiar piano music.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is this who I think it is?
Is it?
Sure enough, Ari, as you hear the music and you start to walk a little bit and look through the doorway into the tavern area, a familiar young woman is playing piano here.
Interesting.
Arabella follows him over.
See, she finishes up her song, looks up and sees you. Ari! And like comes running over and like gives you a big hug. Oh my god, it's so good to see you. I didn't know you were here. Well, I kind of hoped he was here because I'm trying to track that lousy fiance of mine. He's trying to skip out on the wedding planning, but it's not gonna happen. Oh my god, we've got to do shots. Hello, Arab. Like looks over and sees you for the first time. Arabella.
Does she know who this is?
That's
You
my
know,
wife.
you would have heard Avon talk about her all the time at some point.
Oh, Dessa, darling.
Oh, Arabella, I love that outfit of yours. It looks so good on you. It's a shame the knees are so worn out, though.
Who's the guy
Jesus
talking?
Christ!
Oh,
Oh.
man.
Jesus Christ!
Jeez.
And she's so brave to
She,
wear
like-
that.
She slants her eyes,
I-
looks her up and down, and just goes, "Oh, you were playing so beautifully. I'm sure that it was probably a bit uncomfortable for those around here. It wasn't that great. It was very under par for a fancy place like this."
God damn!
All right, you see a fight about to break out.
Okay, you two. Okay, let's
She goes,
take it
Okay,
easy.
all right, here we go.
Easy.
All right.
then she just looks her up and goes, there's no need to be so hostile. Your fiance's been great with me.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Arabella,
Yes.
Oh.
put your claws away. You are
I
not
assure
a cat.
you, I don't have claws. I have fangs.
Is that really something she wants to be saying right now?
She whispers it to him, okay?
Yeah, of course. It just fits in with your blood-sucking, gold-digging, whorish ways.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Ahem. And you too.
She goes, you know what? I don't need your fiance when I've got a man like this who's willing to tie me up in the next room and take care of me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's go.
See, this is the part I was telling my wife. I was like, I don't know how to explain these things to you. When...
I'm trying to say everything with a straight face, and I'm like over
It's
here being
so
words.
good. So good.
I think that's about where we're going to close for the week.
I love that. That's where we're closing.
That was so good.
You know that, like, the other 4 of us are all going to show up at the other inn looking for you two, right?
Ari's,
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Ari's gonna go back there. So.
yeah, I have to go back there, which means at some point Ari's going to have to leave Olessa here with Arabella.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gods.
All right.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna love when Avon comes back to this.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream. So, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you join our Discord using !Discord to keep up to date with art announcements and shenanigans. And we will see you next week. Actually, we'll see you Saturday. So, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Green.
Good night.